ThunderCats!
Thunder! Thunder! Thunder!
Hey, how are you? I'm Larry Kenny, the voice of Lion-O, here today for my good friends Ryan and David. You may know if you listen to the podcast Radical Retro Rewind.
I love it. All of it.
Radical Retro Rewind.
She even looks older.
Likes my art collection?
Yeah, we've heard that one before, Mummy.
What is it? I heard him shout.
Oh yeah, ThunderCats! Ho!
Who you calling a hoe?
Welcome back, Bunglers, to another episode of ThunderCats Reviews, brought to you by the Radical Retro Rewind podcast. As always, I am your host, Radical Ryan Hunter, here with everyone's favorite brother, David, and our very special guest today. I have an intro as well. Bunglers, today we are thrilled to welcome a huge part of the ThunderCats fandom, our friend Egmond. His ThunderCats journey began in South Africa at age 6 years old. I love this. Running inside with his sister as his mom shouted that ThunderCats was starting. From childhood toys carried proudly in a homemade pouch to rediscovering the series as an adult and helping bring attention to the new toy line, ThunderCats has been a part of his life for decades. He has created the We Want More ThunderCats movement, helped fans rally behind the brand, and now helps grow ThunderCats.org as the social media liaison. Oh, I like that. He has interviewed Super 7's Brian Flynn, spoken to Larry Kenny, and continues to champion the series with passion, creativity. He's also a recording artist. ThunderCats has shaped his childhood, his friendships, and his creative journey. He is truly a part of this community, and we are honored to have him. So welcome, Egmond.
Well, I don't know what to say. Where did you get your information from?
We have our sources.
I love recently you were part of Peter's, what would you call it, his blog, his website?
Yes.
And there was this beautiful blog post, and you got to share growing up and your love of ThunderCats. And honestly, it touched both David and I. So that was such a beautiful story. So 6 years old, you were introduced to ThunderCats, and that's 40 years later, here we are.
Yes, it's like, I think I was almost 6. I know it was somewhere in early 86. I know it premiered in 85, but I think it was a year later here in South Africa. I might be wrong. It might have been 85. I don't know. But whatever it was definitely before I went to primary school. So, and for weeks before, there were adverts on TV advertising this new show coming up. So my mom was like, okay, this looks cool. The kids are going to watch it. And me and my sister, we were so excited. Oh, it's going to show. And then one day she says, okay, it's on now. Come. So we were running like, okay, in the house. And it was just like, I was transported to a completely different world. And I swear to God, I don't know if we had a black and white television back then. So I don't know if the first episode was ever seen in black and white or in color. I don't know. But I've seen that episode so many times. So it's now in full Technicolor for me. But it was just such a wonderful experience to see that episode. And I could swear that it was probably those first few episodes cut together. I know there was that original cut where it was like a movie with the first 3 episodes or first 4. I don't remember. But I know it was an experience. And it was like, wow. So I was hooked. Immediately. And I mean, I loved fantasies and I loved cartoons back in the day. But to see that was something different, because it was not just space travel in there, which I'm very fascinated with. I like all things space. But I mean, for me, it was just putting so many different aspects of the wonderful world of cinema that I enjoyed as a little one. It was all together, and that is what was so awesome about ThunderCats. It wasn't just superheroes; it was also a bunch of other stuff, all mixed into one. And that's probably what drew me at the start. And well, I'm still stuck there. So,
and honestly,
I love being stuck there.
That's the thing.
It's a beautiful place to be.
And just like you mentioned in that beautiful post where you spoke about your fandom. The community is just, it's a beautiful community. It really is. And the fact that it's 40 years strong and we're still getting new merchandise, really thanks to the person you're hearing today, truly. I definitely think we would not have gotten that next wave of Super 7 Thundercats without that hashtag that you went out and started.
It's a movement.
It's really the movement. It's just amazing to think that a fan, you just took your passion, decided like, you know what, this worked for Motu, you know, why not like something like this? Let's do a hashtag. And we want more Thundercats. It's a part of the community now. I always think of just we want more Thundercats, what you've done. It's just, we're so thankful as fans that you did that, because honestly, we wanted the toys, we wanted, you know, things to continue, but where do you start? It took someone like a fan, like we saying, and you went out and you started this chain reaction. How about that? It was a chain reaction. One thing led to the next thing.
I know that there were a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and even though I'd love to talk about all the things that happened, it's not my place to talk about what happened. But I know that Super 7 tried really hard to get the license, and when they eventually did, it was also because other people voiced their opinions and really just pushed for that license. But so when it eventually went live, I know a lot of people were hesitant about the success of what it would be, because it had been like 3 years since it had been cancelled by Mattel. And that was the 3 horrible years. I had nightmares about these darn toys that I wanted to customize, because they were missing many of the core characters. And once that PowerCon was in 2018, where they showed off the Jaga and Groen prototypes that were supposed to be of the original Wave 1, that just like hit me, because that's where everything started for me personally. Like, I was active on the Thundercats.org forums back in the day, and the He-Man.org forums. I was one of the people saying yes, please, please, please. And when Super 7 said no, they didn't get the license, I was like, oh, good heavens, how dare you play with our emotions. I was so angry. That's not a nice thing to do. I was upset. But I understand now in hindsight, that's how they just added some comic relief to a situation that was like very negative for people, because I mean we wanted more Thundercats. And when that PowerCon thing happened, it's just like, you know what, you guys are from Mattel, so you are promoting He-Man and She-Ra, so you want us to say we want more Motu and we want more She-Ra, but you guys have Thundercats too, so I want more Thundercats. And they didn't say anything like, go, we want more Thundercats. So I thought, well, I will. And then I just started that, and I was pushing it, and people saw that. And I think because fans were asking for it and there were people getting on board, the real people who wanted the toys appeared out of nowhere. And I think if it wasn't for that, maybe, well, I can't take any credit for it, but I think everybody came together, and that was nice. I think it's nice to see this community of fans together asking for something, and look where we are now. We're just on the verge of having Wave 14 released for pre-order. So that's exciting, and that's like 6 years later.
That's the thing. 6 years later, this is a 6-year journey that I remember being on the forums back in the day going, oh my God, is there a possibility that somebody will take up those classics? I want to say originally it was Mattel Classics. Yes. Of course, the 2011 series came and went, and you know there was always that hope for more and more and more. So the fact that you're saying, it's 6 years later, you just talked to Brian from Super 7, recently? I want to say a few weeks ago, or was it last month? Oh my God, the time is flying. But
it was July.
Recently,
it was July.
My God,
I last spoke with him in July, just before Comic-Con. So
that's right, because he was mentioning that there was something going to come out right in Comic-Con. That's right. Oh my goodness.
Yes. Oh. That was cool. And I was like really honored that he shared these exclusives with me. And oh good heavens, I was bombarded by emails and messages from people saying, please just tell me, what did he say? I said, no, you're gonna have to wait. And people were trying to bribe me. It's like, no, I'm just keeping quiet. I'm not saying anything. A lot of people were correct in what they were guessing. I eventually sent a message to Brian and said, I don't want to know anything anymore in the future, because it's like people are just bugging me about this. They want to know, and I'm not going to tell them because I feel so bad. I mean, it's not my place to say that, but it was a nice feeling. I enjoyed it, and I hope it happens again.
You should enjoy it because honestly, we have gotten so many breaking news from your interviews over the years with Super 7.
Yes.
So you have brought us so many
cool.
things, and you're always able to squeeze something a little out of at the end, like, okay, but maybe this, Brian, can you say this? Can you know, like something like so you always get something out, which is fantastic.
I like to dig and get my claws in there and just
Well, it works, hey.
squeeze a bit more. It's nice.
So
it's nice to get some info.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, of course.
And it's nice that you have that rapport.
Yes, the rapport that you're able
Which you
to,
worked on because of all of the effort that you put in.
the
So,
history. Yeah. The history of working to get these out there.
I think
Well deserved.
I've heard a lot of people say that Brian and I we get along quite well, and I've seen other interviews with people that he's had in the past where, and I'm not judging, but I think the approach of some of the people were more aggressive than just opening the doors for conversation. I mean, there has been some points of concern for fans in the past, rightfully so. I mean, there has been issues and they have been addressed, but some people just don't want to. They've got their mind set on something, and if it's not like that, then it's a problem. And I think he's handled it like a pro. I mean, he's in the business for many years, but it's all about. You have to respect the people that you talk with, and you will get the respect back. Well, that's how I've been raised. So, and not saying that people haven't been raised correctly. It's all about the approach, and I think we get along quite well. And I laugh at his jokes, and I'm still honored to be able to speak to him every time I meet him. It's like I'm fangirling there. It's probably silly and I mean, I'm like fangirling here, being able to speak to you guys. I'm very naive when it comes to things like this. I don't see myself as some big superpower that's got influence, and I might have influence. I suppose it's true because of the platform, but I don't see myself like somebody with power. It's just you can ask, and if you ask nicely, you might get an answer. If there's an answer that's no, then that's fine. Then you move on to the next thing, and I will always love ThunderCats, and I will always keep pushing for ThunderCats. I will always want more ThunderCats. That's it. It's selfish. I love ThunderCats.
Name. It comes from a place of love, though. It comes from a place of, and that is, again, the ongoing theme with all of the people that we've spoken with, for ourselves, for all of the fans. It's so much more than just a cartoon. It's so much. It's much like, it's like a movement for us. It's a feeling. A lot of this it taught us morals as children. It taught us the code of Thundera. The way, I mean, literally is a moral compass for a lot of us children who watched it after school or what have you. And we always talk about that and how the impact of a lot of these cartoons made on a lot of children, and this sense of community that we have because of it. And I really feel like that is part of it. I don't think that I see a lot of other cartoons, like my children watch cartoons now, and I see even my older son, some of the stuff, it's almost like a fad for them. Like there's like the hype, and then it's gone, and people don't even like, it's a drop in the bucket. There's this hype and love for a cartoon or a series, and then it's dropped because there's no real soul behind it. I feel like, I'm not always, there is some that are really great, but there's what we have, and there's
a 40-year-old legacy. 40 years. The fact again, 40 years.
So I commend you, and I commend all the people, and that's the reason why I feel like it was good. It was good writing. It was the love of the people, because we all know, all of us have talked about this. Obviously, Mattel wanted to sell toys, or this company, Hasbro, or whoever was LJN, whoever was working on these different series wanted to sell toys, but the people that actually physically worked on these, right, had a love for what they were doing. We recently spoke with Samantha Newark of Gem, and how much she loved, just to how much the love that she has for the character and stuff. So it's like, there's the people behind the scenes too. So I commend you for your love of it, and it's what brings us together. That we're speaking to you, in South Africa, and Leah that was in Australia, and all the people around the world that have this love of a England, series.
Scotland. It has touched.
It's crazy.
It's so many countries,
it's amazing. It's beautiful.
Kids around the world. And I think Egmond's a little humble. To me, you are a huge name in the fandom, keeping it alive. Truly.
Yeah, you're in the books. You got to be in the books someplace. You're going to be in the books if you're not.
You have made a movement.
You definitely have.
You made a movement. And
so wear the badge. We're giving you your flowers, as they say.
I'm blushing. I don't know what to say. It's a pleasure. I wanted those toys for myself, so I'm very happy that it worked. I mean, as you can see behind me, my display is here. I'm very happy I pushed for it because I wanted them. So I'm happy that it's worked. And the thing is, it's just not. It wouldn't have worked if the fans didn't come together. So I could have just kept on posting and posting and posting. But if the collectors didn't join in, it is a community that delivered the service. So that's what I think. So thanks to everybody that's been pushing for it.
Yep.
And it's amazing, too, because now in the July interview that you did with Brian, my God, I swear it was like last month. Time, where is it going? I remember touching on that, like, he said, like, is ThunderCats still the force that it was, let's just say, when it began and all the main characters came out? He's like, maybe not as strong, but the fact that it's still being supported and not main characters, we're still like Wiz-Ra. Oh my God, I know this one is beyond excited for Wiz-Ra to come out.
You can come through my mirror anytime.
Yeah.
Where's that mirror, baby? I have a few full-length mirrors in my room.
But the fact that we are still supporting the quote-unquote side characters, the side characters and everything else, it just shows that this fandom, we will support it. We will show up when you give us quality. So excited. I mean, it's beyond excited for the future, too, of the line.
Super 7 has done a lot of great things in terms of reusing the molds for different versions of the character. No, it's like the 9th Lion-O is coming out. Well, it's my 9th Lion-O, and that's the deluxe Wave 3 toy version of Lion-O. That's the 9th one, or is it the 10th one? I have to go and count again. But I mean, I don't care. It's fine. I don't mind that. Yeah. And there's a new one, the Coronation Lion-O that's coming out now in the new wave.
Oh, with the crown, yes.
Yes,
the trials.
That is so awesome, and I'm glad that they're doing that. I understand why people say not another Lion-O. Oh, good God! But that's fine. You don't have to buy him. But Brian said something important way back in the beginning, that people will always want a Lion-O and they will always want a Mumm-Ra.
Yes.
That is how you get people to come back. And it's true. So yes, there is a 9th or a 10th or an 11th Lion-O coming, but it doesn't matter because it will always be something that people can associate with. And then I love the way that they give us a different version of him, so it's not the same figure. Even if it's 80%,
yep.
Even if the buck is 80% the same, it's that different interpretation of the character, and then it actually pulls the attention to the other two characters that comes with them in a wave if it's released as part of a wave, which is fantastic. Then people still get exposed to the B and the C listers and the D listers. I don't mind that.
So true. And as well as the accessories always change too. So this Lion-O might come with a part of the treasure. Well, at this point, did we get all the treasures of Thundera or
not yet? Not
We're
yet.
Still working, right? And so this one, could come with this. But it's always that thing. I mean, that's the problem that He-Man has had. Everything is Skeletor, He-Man. But if they're the main characters and the villains, I get it too, because they are the focal point of the property. It's Lion-O. He's the main character. It's Mumm-Ra.
Yes, he is.
Villain. Yeah, he is the main character. So
for some of us,
I do get that as well, but I enjoy the change, like the little tweaks as well. Like the toy variant that just came out, the deluxe version, with the toy colors from the LJN, and you can go into Target and get an LJN colored Lion-O for kids that, have that.
My Lion-O's back here.
He's back there somewhere. Oh, your light up. Speaking of light up, we're going to mention the light up Mumm-Ra because he comes with one of the accessories in today's episode, which is fantastic.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That's one of the reasons why I said yes to this specific episode, because I love it's over there on my shelf. I'll pull it in closer.
Matter of fact, I can see it. I can see it at his feet.
Yes, you can see it. I know.
Can I just say that this is such a good episode?
Oh, my God.
This is such
there
a
it
good,
is.
There's I see you, Mumm-Ra.
The Sphere of Setti.
I have lots of questions. Who the hell is Setti? Who is Setti, and how did he lose his sphere?
Oh my goodness!
And it showed up on Thundera.
We got a lot of
the
questions.
newly formed Thundera.
Yes.
Planet. All right, so then since you mentioned it, should we get into the first episode of today?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do that.
The Heritage, Season 4, Episode 8, with the original air date of September 13th, 1989. Also, thank you for the Thundercats Wikipedia for the synopsis and the trivia that we will be using today. While exploring New Thundera, Wilykit and Wilykat stumble upon a mysterious gold orb and pick it up, believing it to be part of their heritage. However, it soon transpires that that is not the case. So that's the description of the episode. What we get is, to me, a fantastic opening. I think this is fantastic. This is so Mumm-Ra. Okay, so we have Mumm-Ra and
Mumm-Ra viewing in his viewing pool.
As usual,
actually,
right? No. We start with I'm so wrong. I think we start with actually Wilykit and Wilykat. They're riding on the space boards. And suddenly, they notice this huge glowing orb in the ground. And they come upon it.
Hey, Wilykat, what's that over there?
There's only one way to find out.
What do you suppose it is?
Let's dig it up and find out.
And then they automatically think it must be part of Thundercats' heritage or legacy.
Again, another thing, the word heritage, which something that maybe a young person would not know, would have to look that word up. Another part of that.
We do mention this, Egmond, when certain words like
reconnoiter.
Tiger used it, reconnoiter in the first season, and then we'll mention like David looking it up.
What does that mean? I never heard that word. I probably missed it.
So in the beginning, when they land on Third Earth, Tigra says he has to basically reconnoiter or like view the surrounding area because they're going to figure out where they're going to build Cat's lair. So like a surveying of the area. I didn't know what reconnoiter was, so I had to look it up in a dictionary. That's how old I am. A dictionary.
We're all old.
No
here.
cell phones, baby. But I was saying how certain things, even that, young minds keep making us think and look. So heritage. I would have never thought of the word at my age what the word heritage was. So again, another word I had to look up when I was a kid. Makes you think.
Well, over here, we have a public holiday called Heritage Day. Once a year. Okay. And it's on the 24th of September. I think it's the 24th of September. We just had it the other day. So we do. Our young ones know heritage. So in South Africa, we knew about heritage as kids.
I loved it. I love that. Yeah, this too bad it wasn't recorded that same week. Now that would have totally blew my mind. Like, wow, we're recording this on Heritage Day. They decide that they're going to take this orb back to the Thundercats, and they're trying to dig it up. And as soon as they touch it, they become overtaken with
Cheetara's gold fever.
This could be something really special, Wilykit. It could be part of our heritage. Thundercats used to live on this planet before it was destroyed. This may have belonged to our ancestors.
Well, how come it's only just reappeared?
How do I know? It could have been pushed to the surface during the reformation of this planet.
I can't wait to show the others.
Now, my God, we have been joking about this since season 1's All That Glitters. It runs through the whole Thundercats, evidently. This is not just a Cheetara thing. So as soon as they touch it, they get endowed with this evil spirit, let's just say. Some evil thoughts. They're becoming greedy, and we want this for ourselves. We want that, like power is corrupting them. We've seen this before on Thundercats, but here we go. Do you enjoy, clearly I'm going to say, but do you enjoy the design of the Golden Sphere of Setti?
Okay, let me pull it up.
It's at Mumm-Ra's feet right now, matter of fact.
Let me just grab it. I've got it. Let me just take my glasses off so I can look up close. Apparently it's encrusted with jewels, so I don't know. I don't know where the jewels are. Well, it's probably these gold pieces on here. I mean, the design is exactly like in the cartoon. So, of course it's cool. It's really cool. I didn't expect it was to be this big. And that's one thing that I find rather interesting with the toys is that it gives me a new appreciation of the cartoon.
Yes.
It's like it's putting things a bit more in scale. And when you see things in 3D versus on the television, it's a completely different experience. And it's like, now I have to go back and watch this again. Why is this like that? So, and I have the biggest respect for the people who design these toys. They go through a lot of work and effort to get it correct. So when this was announced back in the day, it was so awesome. I was so happy to get this thing. I love these small little things. It's I know some people say no, they just want the figure and one accessory and that's it. I get that. That's fine. But I'm the collector that wants everything. So I love all these
I
little
love the accompanying
extras.
pieces.
Yeah, especially like you're saying, something that adds to the story and adds to the collection. If we end up getting every piece, let's just say, of the Treasures of Thundera, technically you could display then you have all of the Treasures of Thundera, something like that in scale, like you're saying, which is...
So is that a treasure of Thundera?
No,
it'd be a treasure of
so it's not,
I guess.
So
right?
we never really kind of find out why it made its way to New Thundera and why it just randomly showed up.
Well,
that was my first question too. Is
Do we
how
have
on
any-
earth did it get there? I mean, this is New Thundera. They assumed that it was a treasure that was pushed up when the planet reformed. But Mumm-Ra gives us a completely different story. He said 3 Thunderian lives ago he had that, but then I was like, how old is Mumm-Ra? Because he says that he's 1,000 years old when he meets the Thundercats.
Yes.
Especially with that Wizra episode as well. So it's like, how is this maybe a Bungler moment where the timelines don't match up? I don't know.
I do not believe it, Marmot. The Thunder Kittens have found the Golden Sphere of Setti. You were wise to awaken me, Marmot. The Golden Sphere can change our lives. 3 Thunderian ages ago, when I possessed that sphere, I discovered that it gave me a unique power. A power greater than even the ancient spirits of evil could ever have given me. It multiplied my power, my evil, by a factor of 4. I grew 4 times as big, 4 times as strong, 4 times as bad. That, Marmot, is why I must possess the Golden Sphere of Setti once more.
He mentions 3 Thunderian ages ago. So how long is that in time? Just like you said, Mumm-Ra's timeline now is either changing, bungled. Is it, or maybe they have shorter errors on Thundera.
Well, I mean, if you talk about 3 Thunderian ages, it might be 100 years. So 100 years, 100 and another. So that's 300. And he did say he was over 1,000 years old. So maybe that's just a small part of it. But what I don't understand is this: he had it on Third Earth. So he had it there. How did it get to New Thundera? So I kind of understand that, and I might be giving away a bit more, is that the ancient spirits of evil probably got rid of it back then, and they sent it out of space, and that's how it ended up there, drifting around.
I think you just saved the continuity with that.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think that's actually genius, because that makes the most sense. Because I was going to ask that very question: how did you think this actually got here? Because they would want to get rid of it.
Yes.
Getting it off planet, it would go to maybe got to the closest. Although that even is odd too, because now that we've mentioned in this season 4 with the Thunderian refugees coming back, what planets are close, how close Third Earth is, to the planet Snarf. Now things have changed possibly, but let's just say it ended up, it floated through space, ended up on when the planet reformed.
Yes. But my question, that might solve the whole thing, but who the heck is Setti? I mean, how did he lose his sphere? What did he do on Third Earth? But did Mumm-Ra beat him? I mean, and Mumm-Ra wasn't that strong. He got stronger with the sphere.
Great question. And again, ThunderCats has such an Egyptian mythos to it, down to from the Doom Gaze.
From the Doom Gaze, Tashi.
Tashi with her alligator boat people from Egypt. So that, Wizra, Mumm-Ra, so much. Oh, the
Mumm-Ra.
Mumm-Ra. Who, speaking of figures, Super 7, please listen to our call. Mumm-Ra, please. So yes, Mumm-Ra. And then even that episode where Linkso and Cheetara found the totem and they mentioned, this pyramid belonged to possibly a good source at one point and Mumm-Ra took it over. So Mumm-Ra has a long ass history, let's just say, with this planet, Egyptian forces. Was Setti possibly a god or of some kind that Mumm-Ra defeated? It gives him the power. It gives him, so should we say it? It gives Mumm-Ra, we find out, his power times 4.
Okay.
So his power 4 times as big, 4 times as strong, 4 times as bad, as Mumm-Ra says, of course.
One thing that I thought was funny is that the character of Char.
Oh, Char, that's right. Char was...
So Wilykat and Wilykit find this, and then you find out Mumm-Ra is going, he's like, okay, I need to get this. And he's forming his plan to get it, but Char is like, oh, I found out there's some gold, I need to grab some gold. So he's going for it.
Thunder kittens. They should stick to Thundercat business. Don't they know that I'm New Thundera's only authorized scrap metal collector?
And he uses a large magnet or some kind
metal
to grab it.
It's Char and his wretched flying furnace.
He's after our Golden Sphere. Let's get out of here, and fast.
So then the kittens are falling, and they what do they whistle?
Oh,
for their
I put that. That's the first time they whistled for their spaceboards. I've never heard them whistle or call it so that it has it happened before. You have to correct me.
No,
never before. But why do I think it's genius? Honestly, because I think this is so helpful that it could actually come to them. Because how many times have they been falling? Something?
Yes, they've fallen quite a lot of times, and they had to save each other.
Exactly.
Why didn't they whistle before? Yes.
Maybe Panthro had time to add this. This is one of the new upgrades.
Yes.
New Thundera.
And then,
so Char, that's so true. We didn't even mention he's flying in his flying furnace, and he notices the glowing orb. And we find out, since we saw him in the premiere, evidently they've come to like an agreement with Char. He does his thing. He doesn't bother the Thundercats, and
Char has all muscle and no brain. He's like the guy. He's the guy at the gym that just I pick things up and I put them down. I pick things up and I put them down because I'm going to fast forward for a second because at the very end he's like, I didn't realize that you wanted this and needed this so bad. Meanwhile, he literally almost kills the two Wilykat and Wilykit because he's ripping this thing out of their hands as they're digging this piece of gold out of the ground. I didn't realize that you wanted it. Meanwhile, your hands were attached to us. I'm pulling at you and like he's going, those Thundercats ain't getting that gold. This is my territory.
Well, you could say
this is my gold.
He was under the spell.
He was having gold. He was Cheetara's gold fever.
He was having gold fever too. So his metal detectors does alert him that there's gold that needs to be collected, and then that's when he sees that the kittens were after it as well. And as soon as he touches the orb, because he does use this giant magnet of some kind which sucks up the orb, he touches it, he too is under the evil control of the orb. Just another little side thing that it does.
I picked up something strange because when they touched it, the kittens touched it, their eyes turned red, but when he touched it, his eyes turned gold. His eyes didn't turn red.
I'm so glad you said that, because is it because that he's not either right now? He's kind of like in between. He's not really a great guy, but he's not a bad guy. And the kittens become red because it shows that they became evil, because it affected them more because he's kind of in between, and the red, let's say red in cartoons is evil.
I'm going to say because there wasn't enough upstairs in his brain to control to make evil.
So he just went gold. He went pure gold.
That was really just a reflection of the Setti in his eyes. But there was there wasn't enough.
I'll go with that.
I thought it might be that. I thought it might be a reflection, but it's too bright. But I thought maybe it's. I for a second thought, okay, he got the call from the Sword of Omens. He's turned Thundercat now. His eyes are lighting up. It's like this is like an evil look at this thing. I'm like rich now. I'm in charge.
Also, while he's holding onto the sphere and falling down, Wilykat ends up falling, and Lynn Lipton gives a great scream performance.
Yes.
She does this like great scream for Wilykat.
I can't hold on much longer, Wilykat. I think I'm going to.
Wilykat!
Fool!
Cats has a great line where he says his 9 lives are possibly up as he's falling, which was cute.
That was nice that they put it in.
I have a feeling my 9 lives are up! Unless...
I then got a little confused because when they went to the Thundercats to say they need to help them, Bengali was there. Snarf and Snarfer weren't there. I suppose they went on a trip to Third Earth with Linkso to go and visit Mumm-Ra and Tiger or whatever. But just afterwards, the whole group went to Char to go and get this in, but Bengali stayed behind. Why?
You know, I
think he should know.
Yeah.
What did you do? Did you give him a call behind?
Maybe it was because he was talking to me.
FaceTiming you. Okay.
Video chatting me.
You know,
cats only. You know, he has
cats
his
own,
only. He has his own way.
Only cats.
Only cats.
So the funny thing about this is Bengali seems to make little appearances lately.
He has a side hustle. He needs to make extra money.
He really does make little appearances lately. Like, do you notice like
blacksmithing doesn't make a lot of money.
He'll be riding in the feliner with Cheetara for a moment. They'll just show him really quickly. I like that they throw him in there just to remember, yes, there is
poor Mumm-Ra's stuck on Third Earth, like the song says.
Never mentioned again.
Bye, Mumm-Ra. Poor thing.
But Bengali does get an appearance. We didn't even mention, Mumm-Ra was watching the whole entire thing unfold at the pyramid, and he calls a wicked wind to stop the flying furnace, Char's flying furnace. And sure enough, the furnace crashes. Yes. And they're both both groups of the Thunder Kittens and Char are both kind of pretending that they're not affected by the orb. They're both like, oh no, we're fine, we're normal. So the kittens, like we said, tell the Thundercats that, Char was after this beautiful golden thing that's probably part of their heritage.
Lion-O!
Panthro!
Thundercats!
What is it, Thunder Kittens?
We found a wonderful gold sphere, studded with jewels, probably part of our Thundercat heritage. And that miserable scrap metal scavenger, Char, stole it.
Why would he do that?
Up until now, we've been on friendly terms with him.
Char really did steal it from you?
It wasn't some kind of mistake?
No, he did. It wasn't a mistake.
It's true.
It's not like Char to cross us. We'll go ask him exactly what's on his mind.
They go to Char, and that's when Lion-O says, like, well, let's see what's up, because normally, lately, he's done nothing, he does his thing, like we said, and we do our thing. We go there, and we find out the kittens, under the influence of the sphere, are just like, we'll have the Thundercats do all the work. That was the best. We'll let them do all the hard work. They'll get the sphere back, and it will be ours.
You okay, Wilykat?
Yeah, a bit bruised, but nothing broken. But hey, we'd better get after Char.
We can't do that. Not on our own. We need the Thundercats' help.
Never.
Use your head, Wilykat. They can do all the hard work for us. Then, when they've got the sphere, we'll steal it from them.
Yeah! Good idea.
And then they'll steal it. She said we'll steal it.
Then they'll steal it. Oh,
good heavens! That's I know there were certain words or certain phrases that they never said throughout the show, like kill somebody or. I think die was said once or twice, but it wasn't really. It was always worded differently. But to have them say they're going to steal something, I was like, oh, that's a big one. That
is such a great point, because recently we saw Snarf stuck under the new cat's lair as it was being built, and he was near death. And Lion-O, right? It's true. They never say death. It's always like, but Snarf is not going to make it. It's something like that. It's always around it. So yes, so stealing, so unlike Thundercat. Yes.
It's bad, yes.
At the same time, Char also wants to steal this back.
Yes.
And Mumm-Ra wants to
with his wicked wind.
With the wicked wind. Okay. So this is unbelievable too, because is this where he does it? At some point, when is Mumm-Ra literally talking in front of the ancient spirits of evil?
Not yet.
Oh, because that was unbelievable.
He goes to Char, right?
After the winds went, after he sent the winds off, he turned into Mumm-Ra the Ever-Living. I mean, he asked them to transform him.
Yes, yes.
But I mean, he mentioned to Muhammad that he needs to go and get the sphere.
Right.
So I know that we're supposed to talk about this probably at the end, but he's out there with these statues listening to him saying the sphere is there, I need to go get the sphere, and they are not doing anything. So I'll elaborate on that a little bit later, but then he gets there and he's saying all these things that you said. He's 4 times this and 4 times that.
I am a Mumm-Ra you have never known before.
We'll see about that.
And he beats them, and he takes that thing and goes, and he's gone.
Well, ThunderCats, it took me many years and many struggles, but now you are defeated, and I, Mumm-Ra, the Ever-Living, am left to impose my rule of evil over all New Thundera and
And then between the two of between Lion-O and Char, they eventually get the others sorted. And what was so funny is Char said to Lion-O that, who's gonna pay for this? Who's gonna pay for these repairs? And I'm like thinking, what the hell? Does Mumm-Ra have to like physically pay? Does he have like Thunderian credits or something that he needs to go and is he sent a bill that he needs to go and pay for this?
Quite a party you must have had here, Lion-O. Who's going to pay for the damage to my wonderful flying furnace?
Mumm-Ra's responsible for all this, and Mumm-Ra will pay. But first, help me free my friends, Char.
You know, he had that diamond, that chamber that he has with the treasure room. I hope that came to New Thundera. He's going to need a load of diamonds for this, because my goodness.
And they fixed it so quickly. It was just like in minutes, Panthro fixed the whole thing. He replaced the glass panels that Mumm-Ra flew through. It was like, okay. And the missed opportunity for me is here, and I know that Char is a blacksmith as well.
Yes.
Why didn't they take the sword, the broken sword of Omis to Bengali? He fixed it before.
I thought of that too. That's why originally when I thought he was in the episode because he was going to fix the sword, but then I was like, Char is right there.
So yeah, that's at this point. Okay, so
it was sort of like a barter system, though, right? Because they'll fixes the sword, they'll fix the ship, right? Kind of a thing.
Yeah, but also Lion-O did say, and Mumm-Ra will pay. like to that point, but he'll pay.
I would never have taken that golden sphere from the Thunder Kittens if I had realized it was valuable to you. How can I make it up to you?
You can reforge the Sword of Omens.
And perhaps you ThunderCats could help me repair my flying furnace. For without that, I cannot reforge the sword.
You've got a deal, Char.
But yes, so such a great point. Bengali basically now is out as being so like the special Thundera, because we knew from season 1, as we joke around all the time, it took the heat of a dead planet that fell into a volcano to forge, and they had to get the inflamer to forge it because it was so hot. Starfire. And, when Bengali was able to forge it, it was like, wow, that Thunderian magic hammer and all this, like he's able. Now, this is the second time Char is just like, okay, I fixed this sword, So Bengali, really, it takes away part of his.
Well, maybe Bengali's just a pretty face. Maybe he's not a great blacksmith. I don't know. Maybe that's what he's just there to be looked at.
Yeah, Bengali's just like, at this point,
maybe he should just make trinkets for tourists.
Why not? Why not?
When you make spoons, maybe make spoons into bracelets and things like that. That's what he should stick to that.
Old Thunderian spoons that they found when the planet reformed. So yes, did Char turn the sword into a donut this time though, as he reforged?
No, thank goodness. Well, if he did, we didn't see it.
Because that's horrific. That was still.
Can I ask you a question, both of you guys? If you were Mumm-Ra, unless Mumm-Ra was is a big Ariana Grande fan, decided to watch Wicked, so he had to ask for those Wicked wins. Why did he not just transmit himself right into Char's ship and grab the sphere and just take off? Why did he have to go through all of that? Would you have not just done that? He's done that. He's gone right to Cat's lair. It's just like instant transmission right over to the
drama.
Gone through all that.
You need the drama. You need the fireworks. Why do you just want to arrive, take it, and go? No, you do a little bit with flair.
Done. I would have been just
but it's true. You need the drama. You need the drama of him, exactly like you said earlier, crashing through the glass windows with the sphere.
Some wicked winds.
Yeah, the wicked winds were great.
Let's quit the jawing and get after my sphere.
My sphere. Our sphere. No, Lion-O. It is I who should thank you. Now I can find my golden sphere.
Mumm-Ra at this point has no idea that Char is repairing the sword, which he kind of should at this point because it happened already. But
so is the Sword of Omens really just really cheaply made, and it's just the Eye of Thundera is the only maybe they should find another sword to put the Eye of Thundera in, or a different alloy, titanium.
Maybe Char is not making it as good as he thought he was saying. Subpar work. So Mumm-Ra says,
Joggle-eyed.
It took him many years and struggle, but now he has defeated them. Honestly, I don't blame him for thinking at this moment, because usually he doesn't break the sword. So this is like pretty...
That was a good line. That was a good line.
So that was
I finally did it. You buggers, I did it. You're screwed now. Watch out.
At last. After 4 seasons, 112 episodes, 14 episodes, he did it. And he's going to rule Third Earth and New Thundera. So I did make the note that he does still intend. He's going back to Third Earth at some point to
did you
rule over.
Did you like when they came in? He's like, "You have not met me before. Let me introduce myself. I am 4 times more.
4 times as stronger, 4 times as evil." And actually, the flashback, we didn't mention that when he's telling Mom-Mutt about this. I love that he's transforming and talking at this. Like he's saying, I was 4 times as strong, Mom-Mutt. I'm 4 times.
Did he drop Mom-Mutt again in this episode?
Yes, I think he does.
Poor Mom-Mutt. He loves him and then he just drops him.
Was it this one?
Or
yes.
It
might actually be.
I was actually watching it with when I watched it, I had my dogs on my lap and Mom-Mutt was falling off. I was like looking at my dogs thinking, I wonder what they're thinking. Why is this dog crying? I said, oh shit, don't worry. I won't throw you off like that.
And why does he live with that mummy?
I have no further use for these ancient spirits of evil. They are redundant, useless relics of a bygone era. The Golden Sphere of Setti is all I need. There will be no looking back.
Then we get to the good
This is when Mumm-Ra says he no longer needs the ancient spirits of evil, and he goes to sleep, I wrote, with the sphere like a battery pack. He holds it.
But what does he call them? He says like they're out.
Oh, they're... And yes, because the ancient spirits like tell it back to them.
Relic.
Redundant.
Yes, he called them redundant.
It was a great line. I don't need them anymore. I have 4 times the power of the sphere.
Outdated.
You are outdated.
Done. You are last season.
Ancient spirits, what is this?
Oh, Mumm-Ra, you have taken us for granted. You thought you could do without us, that we were redundant, that the Golden Sphere of Setti would replace us.
No, ancient spirit, never.
Yes, Mumm-Ra, now you must pay for that insolence.
he still uses the power of the ancient spirits of evil to transform into Mumm-Ra, but the sphere just magnifies the power that they infuse him to create Mumm-Ra the ever living.
That's true, because
so why would he
couldn't.
He's drunk on power. And why would you be so stupid enough to say it? You don't show your cards, as they say, in front of your enemies. Why would you say that?
Spoiler, that might be why he is my biggest bungler, maybe, possibly, Mumm-Ra, because that moment there, we know that the ancient spirits are always listening. We know that they're always listening, even if their eyes are lighting up. They'll glimmer for a moment and then light up to show you they're listening. But that to me is the stupidest thing, because literally right after this, he does ask them to transform him.
And they're like, no, why did we do that?
That was so...
No, I don't want... I'm being petty now.
I was wondering why, but I think David just clarified with when he went into the sarcophagus with the sphere. Why would he need that? Why would he need to still recharge? But like you said, I think it does only enhance his abilities when he's all powerful. That's probably what it does. It doesn't it can't make him all powerful. He needs to be there first to be better. So it's not a very good sphere.
No. It's a great accessory, though, to add on top, right, of things. But this is part of, we always said this, David, right, leading up to this. We think it's like part of the curse, right? Like you get the power, but the ancient spirits of evil keep him in line, basically, because at a certain point, he has to recharge, right? So it's kind of how they keep him...
Well, there's also the...
His slave, for lack of a better term, I guess, their slave.
Because there's also a story where they won't let him back into the pyramid.
Oh, well, that was amazing.
I loved it.
I have to.
That was the best.
He was crying.
Yeah.
And after he said, okay, well, take the darn thing, because he'd rather live inside his pyramid. Then where did they send it to?
That
next planet, season 5 or season 6 of ThunderCats coming in 2055 or something.
If only. You know what, though, when you mentioned earlier that it could be that they shipped it off planet, or this time maybe they're keeping it in the ancient spirits of evil vault where Disney puts away their movies.
Maybe Cheetara takes a feliner and grabs it and says, I need that gold.
Well, we should have mentioned for our beautiful Cheetara that earlier, that when the kittens do come in, they say there's a beautiful golden sphere. It has this, it has that. She did seem a little excited. She's like, are you sure? How gold was it?
How much does it weigh? What can I do with it? Can we melt it? Bengali, I've got a new job for you. You're my new goldsmith.
That's right. Bengali wasn't involved for the first time when the gold fever.
She's like, we all know that you really aren't that great of a blacksmith, but I know you can melt down gold.
Oh my God. At least the sphere could be melted.
At least you could do something with this.
I love it, shine so bold, stack it up high, yeah, mountains of gold, flaming like fire, inflamed desire, mirror got a ghost, Egyptian supplier, I love it.
Char fixes the Sword of Omens, they fix the flying furnace, and this is when, I want to say, the ancient spirits of evil refuse to transform Mumm-Ra. Oh, ancient spirits. The way he starts it, you kind of know that it's going to be interrupted because he does it the fastest he's ever done. He's like, ancient spirits of evil.
Ancient spirits of evil, transform this decayed form.
No! Mumm-Ra!
What?
Why should we help you recover the Golden Sphere? For when you have it, you will try to free yourself from our power once more.
No, Ancient One. I simply need your power so that I may once more confound the ThunderCats.
The ancient spirits of Panthro, as we call him here on the show. No, Mumm-Ra, no, I loved it. I love that they were listening. I love that they literally used the same words back at him. You said we were this. It affected them a lot. It hurt their hearts.
And it was at this point where while they were talking, that wave of water came up and turned into either the talking mouth, or there was this hand with his finger pointing and this kind of face hidden in the water. That was so cool. I really like that. And it's like they really just tried to put him in his place, but he was cleverer than they were. He said, no, but I need to go and defeat the ThunderCats for you.
Which
is like,
yes.
Really? Okay, then they fell for it.
Exactly. So the ancient spirits of evil are not really with it either. By the way, yes, this water form that it took, out of the pool, it becomes this water form. The ancient spirit says, you're just going to use it to try to free yourselves from our control again. And all he just says is, no, I'm just doing it to get the ThunderCats. Okay. Yes.
But that's interesting.
We'll transform you. Okay.
Would he be able to break free from them by using that? Because it doesn't seem like it.
No, because he never managed to do it. Or maybe he should have, if he had it longer, he could have gotten stronger. And that's probably why they got rid of it.
Yes, this is the official continuity. The ancient spirits of evil threw it away, so he couldn't have it. It landed on New Thundera when it reformed. So now, I want to say that Lion-O gets sight beyond sight.
I don't know. It was like all of a sudden they left Char, and then he and Cheetara were in the one vehicle, and then the kittens and Panthera was in the other one, and it was like, why are they all going towards the churning rocks looking for the sphere? It's like they knew Mumm-Ra had the sphere. Mumm-Ra obviously didn't have the sphere because the ancient spirits got rid of it, and then he went after it as well.
The Golden Sphere is near the canyons of churning rocks, Cheetara. Let's go.
You got it.
So they were all going towards the churning rocks, and then crashed. Well, Lion-O and Cheetara crashed, and Char came and he took the sphere from Mumm-Ra again. And then he broke that magnet thing off once more, and he flew back. He flew back to the ThunderCats, to his pyramid. So he won again.
This was a big episode for Mumm-Ra. The Wikipedia says that to punish him, they snatch the sphere from Mumm-Ra and send it floating out into the open air. The sphere drifts towards the canyons of their churning rocks. Okay, so that's evidently what happened.
Apparently everything happens. This is like the only biggest thing on the planet is this.
The canyon of the churning rocks.
It's like the biggest attraction.
Jagara lives underneath there, we know.
Oh, yes.
That poor overworked woman.
Oh my! The next episode was hysterical. Oh my goodness! Her. So Mumm-Ra, Char, and the ThunderCats are all on hot pursuit for the sphere.
Lion-O's in trouble,
and I have a terrible feeling
that it's all our fault.
All three parties clash, and the ensuing melee. Mumm-Ra succeeds in flying off with the sphere. He tries to enter the pyramid. Best scene of the episode to me.
He should have gotten an Oscar for that performance. He was amazing. Those tears moved me. I was moved. I felt so sorry for him. It was like, this evil person, you know how bad he can be, but here he was so pathetic and feeling sorry for himself and begging. So it was that's awesome.
Please. It was such a beautiful performance. And the fact that they told him that it's either your house, I want to say they say your house or the sphere, Mumm-Ra. And he's like, I can't live without my pyramid. How will I be judgmental and
judgmental? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, could he have used the power? That's what I'm trying to say. What was the point of him saying that
it had to be like you said, he can't transform?
Well, then what was the whole point of them thinking that he could? Then he's just cuckoo.
No,
maybe they knew something.
Maybe eventually,
and they didn't want him to find out.
Or maybe if he transformed, the sphere could keep him energized for a long enough time.
Indefinitely? Yeah,
maybe.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
It's somewhere in space now, so somebody else is picking up on that sphere.
The planet of the Snarfs.
4 times. Good God.
That's where it is.
Snarf-Ra.
Mumm-Ra!
No! Never! Ancient ones!
Oh, yes! And unless you give up the Golden Sphere of Setti, you will never live in this pyramid again!
But ancient ones, the pyramid is my home. I cannot survive without it.
Make your choice. Surrender the sphere or never enter the pyramid again.
Very well, ancient ones. I will surrender the sphere.
I can't get over to, like you said, the performance, the crying, the little, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful performance, Mumm-Ra. Yes, we did feel horrible for you. And the ancient spirits of evil say, okay, they let him back. They let him back home, and the sphere disappears, never to be seen again, as we said.
I owe you all an apology. When I first saw the sphere and knew it was gold, I just had to have it. Then once I touched it, I couldn't let it go.
You're not the only one with an apology, Char.
We behaved badly too. That sphere, it mesmerized us.
We're in for real trouble if Mumm-Ra still has it.
From now on, we have to be extra careful, extra cautious.
I guess this should teach us that we're not invincible. Mumm-Ra made us look pretty feeble. We'll never underestimate him again. ThunderCats! Ho!
Then we move to the ThunderCats where they say that we underestimated Mumm-Ra. We have to be careful because we don't know what he has. They obviously don't know that he's lost it. And
that's so true.
And they still know Bengali. He's not there in that scene either. So I don't know what he was doing.
He had to have been. He had to.
I'll never tell.
David was strangely missing from that scene as well.
Yes. I looked for him and he wasn't there. So maybe he was busy guiding Linkso and the two Snarfs back into land.
That's right.
Yes, he's such a good
off
person.
Camera, off planet. When's Lion-O actually calls? He calls for the other ThunderCats. He does, the cat call. It takes the spell off Wilykat and Wilykit, and they say that they blame themselves basically for what happened with Lion-O and the sphere and everything. It is what
I mean, they did tell him about it, but honestly, Mumm-Ra would have used it at some point to attack them.
That's true.
I really liked it. I thought it was really good. There was some. It ranks pretty high for me for this season,
for a season 4 episode.
Because some of the other ones,
think so too.
I liked the fact that the sword broke. I liked the fact that Mumm-Ra's Academy Award performance. I personally liked a lot of it. I liked the funniness of like Char being just the do.
Oh yes, he did say Char. Yes, we didn't even say that. Bunglers. Char said that had he known that it was so important to the ThunderCats, he wouldn't have gone after it.
I would have almost killed the two of the little ones, but they're small.
They really almost dropped off my magnet and fell.
I liked this episode a lot. It was actually pretty. It really kept my interest. It really,
I gotta say too. For a season 4 episode,
considering some of the, we've talked about this. I feel like they knew that the series was ending, and I think they kind of sometimes there was some people dropped the ball a little bit on some of the
balls. Literally, the ball, the sphere. They dropped the sphere.
But I really liked this episode.
So it was different.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't have a happy ending. Like they didn't win. They lost.
Yes.
They lost. And they don't know that Mumm-Ra also lost. So this is like kind of like an anti-climax. It's not really, but it was good. It's like the ending of Pocahontas. I mean, if you've seen that Disney,
yes,
Disney movie, it's like
great analogy.
She doesn't end up with John Smith. She does end up with somebody else in the sequel, but who cares about that one? It's just like
God, I wish. Do you remember that they made that made for VHS? I want to say at the time, was it?
Yes,
Pocahontas 2. Yeah,
no,
John Smith. No, John Smith. Yeah, that's so true. That is the perfect analogy. You think you're going to end up with John Smith, and no, there's another story to tell.
Yes.
She's not painting with all the colors of the wind.
No. So, if we were to grade this on a scale of 1 to 5 hoes,
I really liked this. The drama for Mumm-Ra at the pyramid, the fact that the Sword of Omens broke. The fact that, like you said, and you had brought up a good point, Egmond, that there really was no winner. It was almost like a stalemate. It was like a tie because they don't know that Mumm-Ra lost the sphere, and
yes,
so they in their way it was a wake up call for them, which I didn't even think about that angle. So I'm gonna say I'm ranking it high. I'm giving it like a 4.7.
I was gonna say
because I really like it because it gave me the drama. It went quick because it was a lot of entertainment.
Yes.
I laughed at the stupidness of Char with I didn't know, I almost killed you, and so I'm personally going to give it a 4.7 because I'm also grading this season based on some of the episodes we've seen.
Right. So you're
far.
saying based on, like, let's say the last episode was Frogman. That was definitely not a top episode by any means. For me, it wasn't.
But so I'm going to say a 4.7 for me.
I'll honestly follow that with a 4.3. I think it was a solid story. I can't give it the full 5. I've enjoyed Thundercat episodes more than this one, but I agree it was different. And I like this. I loved the whole Ancient Spirits of Evil being so like, no, Mumm-Ra, you wronged us. We're not going to transform you. You're not coming home tonight. You know, like, I thought that was so fun. So, yeah.
You were cheating on us. Who were you sleeping with last night? I checked your phone.
Got the sphere.
I checked all the messages.
Yeah,
Setti.
Is that like Ceres' evil cousin, Setti? I saw you. I know you were with Setti last night.
You and Setti were out on the street. Yeah. So
exploring New Thundera's nightlife.
Mm-hmm.
He lit up. Yeah, they lit up the town.
Literally
4 times as
set
evil.
It on fire.
Yeah, literally. If you had to give it a number grade out of 5, and you could do points if you don't want to give it a full.
No, I'm not giving it a full. I'm doing a point something. I would have, and I'm very strict. I would have given it a 4, a straight 4. Okay. But I've jumped it to a 4.5 because of Mumm-Ra's fabulous performance. And he just
was the winner.
And I think the banter between him and the Ancient Spirits are just so good. It's the fact that they want to throw him out and not let him come in because he was with Setti. I mean, it sounds horrible. It's not even true, but he was lusting after Setti's sphere, and I mean,
literally.
That's the thing. I loved it. And one thing that just stood out for me so beautifully was that scene where the camera angle was like from the top. You could see the pyramid from the top. I was looking at that. This is good. The art for this is really good.
Yes,
I did notice that too.
Yeah,
I was looking for where Mumm-Ra was standing, but I was too distracted by the beauty of the pyramid and the landscape around it. It was really beautiful art. So my only draw.
A big moon in this episode too that we usually don't see unless the lunatics are there.
Was quite a few.
It made me think of them as well because of the purple and the shape of the moon. But
the purple, the purple color.
You know what? I'm so glad you brought that up because I didn't put that in my notes and I forgot that there was quite a few parts of this
shots
that really did look really great. Even when the kittens were being like taken over by there was like certain parts of the cartooning I don't know, for lack of a better word, the cartooning that was really well done and beautifully done. And
yes,
and the
really
landscapes
cool.
were gorgeous. I mean, there's areas of desert, but then you get lush trees in the one corner. It was beautiful. I like that.
More. It did make me want to explore more with the pyramid too. I like what was like looking like. What else is there?
My least favorite part of the episode was Char, and that's sad because he's the. I don't know why. It's not that I dislike him. He's an interesting character. I'm not too bothered if we ever got a toy of him. I wouldn't cry. I wouldn't cry. He's cool. He's cool. He reminds me of one of those He-Man episodes. Well, I think it's the space one with the one with the extra arms here.
That is so funny when Zach was on here. When Zach was on here the last time, Egmond, when we covered Char's first episode, I said this man is right out of New Adventures of He-Man.
Yes,
exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about. The guy with the arms.
Yes,
like
he reminds me of that.
1,000%.
I never saw it. I've seen pictures of it. I've seen custom toys of it. So maybe it would be. I think it would make an interesting toy to get this double arms on both sides. But I don't know. Could it have been a different character to play his role? But I mean, it was all about the gold, so it makes sense. So I'm not. It's just a personal observation. It's nothing against the writers. It was a really good episode. Char was just my only dislike, if I have to put it like that, but not really a dislike. It's just.
They're trying different new characters, right? But he's
the whole thing is if Bengali wasn't there, you would have needed Char to reforge the Sword of Omens, but you have Bengali, so you don't need.
That's what I.
Unless Bengali
that's
was
one
on
thing
server.
that yes, I really liked. I mean, it was Bengali's there. Why didn't they use him? And I know why they used Char. He was a smith as well, but Bengali was just such a better smith.
That's the thing.
He was cool, and he's a Thundercat. So,
and it would have been nice to give him that to do in that episode if he wasn't going to be part of the rest of it.
I mean, that's true because the Wilykat and Wilykit could have discovered Setti, and then Mumm-Ra could have taken it from them directly.
Yes,
and then
we could have avoided that whole thing.
Been a part of, but
it's world building. I get it, and they're trying to show these new characters on New Thundera. But yeah, is he our favorite character? Not at all.
No.
I didn't realize that you wanted that as I was ripping it from your cold dead hands.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it's that obliviousness that he's like, duh.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah. That's exactly, we're used to characters that are more on the ball. Literally in Thundercats, they're always usually intelligent and always like, oh, this is what's going to happen. And some goofs in this episode, by the way, is Char grabs the Golden Sphere from the Thunder Kittens using a giant electromagnet from his ship, and gold is not magnetic.
I was going to actually say
I totally forgot about that. So it would not be attracted to a magnet. Another thing is when at the Churning Rocks, Lion-O summons the Thundercats with the Sword of Omens. It grows to its full length in the process. However, the next scene, the sword is back to its short form. Honestly, totally went over my head the 3 times I just watched this. And it is never the sphere got from Third Earth to the new Thundera, but now we know. We know now.
Yes. I just got fantastic news. My song just hit number 1.
Wow!
Congratulations. That's amazing.
God, I did not expect this.
That is an
absolute... I'm shocked. It entered the charts 3 weeks ago. I think it's 3 weeks ago. Yes, or 4 weeks ago. It entered at number 13, and then it jumped to number 3, and it was number 3 the week after that, and it's gone to number 1.
Congratulations. That's amazing.
That is absolutely fantastic.
See? That's amazing.
I'm shocked.
That has to feel so amazing.
I need to go have a glass of wine or something stronger.
Yes,
that's got to be the most amazing feeling in the world.
Number 1 song. A number 1 song.
I mean, wow. We broke that too. It's like you heard it first here too. Like we're very privileged. It's a privilege to be able to that you shared it with us too. It's amazing. That's
it's amazing to be able to share it with some. I mean, it's so cool.
That's so amazing. See,
these things happen.
Good people.
It happens in private. You don't ever get the opportunity to talk about something like that really as it happens
in real life.
I'm sorry. I've now gone into a completely different direction.
Of course. Oh my God!
And I know.
Take this moment.
You have no idea.
And I know the top 20 charts. It usually ends, I think, about 9 or 10 o'clock at night. So I was thinking a few days ago. Oh, after my interview, I'll just go and check what happens because I'll be awake by then. Because I'm usually asleep when it's happening, and I just happened to open it, and there it was. So wow! Now I'm energized. Are you ready for the rest of the series? Let's do all of them.
Oh my God, we are.
Attention Thundercats fans, prepare for the ultimate thrill with Hall of Omens, the unofficial ultimate guide to Thundercats toys and beyond. Embark on a global journey to unearth rare Thundercats figures from every corner of the world. Read the untold stories from brilliant minds behind the iconic Thundercats franchise, like Larry Kenny, Peter Lawrence, Jim Meskimen, and many more. Explore over 220 pages containing 2,000 plus captivating photos and uncover all the secrets of the Thundercats toys. Become the ultimate Thundercats expert and secure your copy of Hall of Omens, the unofficial ultimate guide to Thundercats toys and beyond today at ThundercatsToyGuide.com. Thundercats, ho!
To continue the happiness and the fun, we have Screwloose. This is episode 9 of season 4, with the original air date, possibly, of September 14th, 1989. And it's described as, Jagara cannot work the new gyroscope alone, so the Thundercats send for someone to aid her. Screwloose, who specializes in technology, comes to New Thundera, but Mumm-Ra tampers with his programming, making him destructive. Okay, bunglers. The best moment of this episode is right now. How this episode begins is my favorite. We have Snarf using feather dusters. His tail, every hand.
Yep.
And we begin with yet another quake on New Thundera.
Oh, Lordy.
Now, we've been mentioning how temperamental the planet is, of course.
Like, I would not want to be there with all the amount of quakes that go on this planet.
Oh, no. Don't tell me.
Afraid so.
Earth tremors.
What was that all about?
I'm not sure.
I think we're about to find out.
I'm in overload, Thundercats.
There's something wrong with the mighty gyroscope. It could go into a wobble state at any moment, and New Thundera will lose its gravity.
I'm doing the best I can to control it, but I'm exhausted. I've been on the job 24 hours a day, 7 days a week since time began. I just can't go on. I need help.
Jagara comes up on that screen. Oh my god. The quote is, and we have to play the actual
She's
literal
shaking
quote.
the screen. It's amazing. I love that.
She has been working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week since time
began.
I
was like, what? How old are you?
So yes, not only does she look fantastic, the Thunderian sorceress must be doing something for her, that title. I never laughed so hard in my life over this quote, because this poor woman, 24 hours a day,
She's tired. She's tired.
and she's like, I need a break. And I don't blame her, honestly. I did not blame her. I felt horrible.
Time has begun.
Unbelievable.
So I want to know, with this statement, that the first thing I thought was, okay, so since time began, okay, when everything was created, she was there. She was created to go and be in the middle of the planet and run the gyroscope. But what the hell happened when it exploded? Where did she go to?
Yes. Okay.
And how did she get back there?
Her and Frogman
Yeah.
under the water.
Frogman
She was hanging out with Frogman in the.
Yes.
You're right,
Probably
actually.
the core was probably in a bubble or something. So who knows?
The Star of Thundera.
The Star of Thundera. Oh god, that was another thing. The Star of Thundera. That is the best question, because when the planet did explode, did she have to do anything?
Well, maybe she really was being dramatic. Maybe she meant from the beginning of time, the new time, when this planet just got
when
reformed.
it reformed again, this past year.
She's like, signed my new contract. When I signed my new contract, I was guaranteed
time off.
I was guaranteed holiday. I was guaranteed at least 4 weeks of holiday.
I mean, how long was she off? If she was working until the planet exploded, it took them so many years to fly from there to Third Earth. So she had like years off. Where did she go to?
Well, but
did
maybe
enjoy the break.
But maybe you know what? I'm gonna dispel everything. I think when he reformed the planet, it just reformed like it never went away.
So it was
like it went back to, and Jagara just came into being again.
It would explain why
yes,
everything is just back to where it was again. I mean, it's the craziest. Of course, we've said this 100 times since season. How did it reform? How did cans?
Does she even take a lunch
Soda
break?
cans.
Does she take a lunch break?
When Panthro says, people are not recycling. How did soda cans reform on the planet? Like, it's the craziest thing. But if you can get past that.
She's like, I didn't even get maternity leave.
Jaga left her down there and literally didn't even tell her the planet probably exploded.
We've already discussed this. Jaga likes to leave stuff buried. And when he buries you, you're gone. Frogman, the sort of plunder, Jagara, he buries you, you're gone. When Jaga says you're gone, you're gone. He puts you in the netherworld, you're gone.
Over. So she says she's doing the best she can with the gyroscope. We feel you. We feel you, Jagara. We feel you.
I was confused by that, because didn't Lino fix it? After it was broken, didn't they fix it? I mean, it's that new shiny globe that's turning because of the Sword of Omens. So it's probably after Char was busy with the Sword of Omens that it lost its power. Now it's no longer working properly. We should get Bengali to fix the sword again.
This is perfect. Yes. Let's say in that time when the sword broke, it made the planet get thrown off course, and that's what it was.
Maybe it's just a cry for help. Maybe Cheetara really just wants to get out.
She just pretends that things are going crazy.
She like kicks something every so often. She kicks something. She she just turns a knob. She's like, this will create an earthquake, and maybe they'll come down here and actually talk to me.
Yeah, maybe someone will come visit me.
There weren't so many earthquakes for quite a while that things were stable. So why suddenly it's back again?
And Snarf, as a matter of fact,
she could be like Gollum from what do you call it? Lord of the Rings.
No.
My precious.
Oh my gosh.
I love Cheetara. She's amazing.
Speaking of characters that we hope we get one day.
I mean, I love a character that can pick up a metal pipe, but she was going to go after Mumm-Ra.
Mumm-Ra, yes, she was going to beat him with a pipe a few episodes ago.
That's my girl.
I hope that's one of her
She's
accessories.
a street fighter.
Brian, are you listening?
Yes, if you talk to him, she needs the metal pipe.
She needs a metal pipe.
Because the gyroscope would be way too much to have to add to, unless that's the whole play set. She needs a metal pipe.
So ever since they showed, they gave us this gyroscope. What is this handle thing? What is the full name?
We call it Evil Lynn staff.
Yeah, we call it the Evil Lynn staff. We do.
It's yes. Now that you're mentioning it, yes, it's. I was so excited when they showed this off because that immediately says Cheetara. So ever since this came out, I was like, please, because originally it was advertised with Mumm-Ra and then it was moved to Mumm-Ra, and I mean it's the same voice actress for Mumm-Ra and for Cheetara. So I love Mumm-Ra. She's a wonderful. I love her. So
we always say that we
Cheetara.
wish we had more of her. We really do wish we had more of Mumm-Ra. Snarf does a comical moment where he does catch a vase that is falling off of something, and he catches it for the next moment when he puts it down, and another quake knocks it off, of course.
Please, not again!
Way to go, Snarf.
I know a couple of Thunderball teams that could use you.
Piece of cake! Hey, you should see me when I really try.
And Panthro mentioned that he him playing with that vase is like there's a couple of Thunderball teams that he would have been good in. So what is this Thunderball sport that they're talking about? Is it like Quidditch?
Yeah, yes, it is like Quidditch. Exactly. It is like Quidditch. And then we've also heard, now this is the second sport, we've heard of Snarfball come up now. Shout out to Zach. He always seems to be on when Snarfball gets brought up. Hi, Zach. And
hey there.
So now we know that there is some kind of sporting events that Thundercats and Snarfs partake in.
Can we talk about 1 second if you think about the episode for one moment? There's an earthquake. Jagar contacts them. She has this like very heartfelt plea that she is in need. The screen goes blank, and they act like she never said anything. There is no sense of urgency. They just go back to out talking like they're like, Snarf should go start this league.
I did
he
notice
should do, like
that.
Jagar's like, I am gonna lose it down here.
Honestly.
I have been doing this for since
she
the
came
beginning
back.
of time. They're like, oh,
She came back saying, please, come now.
Where's my coffee? Yeah, and then she calls again. She's like, no, I really mean it this time. I am going to lose
She's
it.
probably like, I know they're laughing and not even worrying about what's going on now.
I'm doing the best I can, but it's a losing battle.
Hang in there, Jagara. A gyroscope specialist is on his way.
Meanwhile, we'll come to the great beneath and do whatever we can to help.
And they started laughing. I said to myself, they just disregarded this woman. She said she's been doing this since the beginning of time. 7 days, she actually said. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah, that was best.
Oh, shame.
So
she deserves an action figure.
Oh, she needs an action.
She needs to get a calendar put there that says 7 days a week, 24 working.
Calendar. That is her accessory. Forget the gyroscope. That's so true. Just every
calendar. That's so good. That's so good.
So we find out that Bengali and Cheetara are on their way back with, now, this is another mystery. Where did you get a gyroscope specialist from? It's off planet. we're assuming, because of course they're in space right now. And then we kind of get this weird, it's not weird, but we get this little dialogue between Lion-O and Bengali, like, Bengali, we need the specialist. Do you have him? Yes, depending on how you feel. And Lion-O's getting, wow, actually, this is the first time I've seen him short with Bengali.
They had a lover's quarrel.
Oh, you were involved, I guess.
They were fighting over me.
We're in bad trouble down here, Bengali. We need the engineer. What's happening?
Well, that kind of depends on what you're asking.
What? Is he with you or not?
I think so.
It's a simple enough question, Bengali. Is the gyroscope specialist with you or not?
Well, yes and no. I mean, parts of him are, and parts of him aren't.
And to make matters worse, he's called Screwloose.
Nothing lasts these days. They just don't make me like they used to.
So he's like, yes, depending on what you think and what's the special. He's like, do you have the specialist or not, Bengali? Chikara's going crazy. No. And then we see that we have, I call him C-3PO's cousin.
I got it, yeah. I that's part of my notes. Screwloose is exactly like C-3PO. And it reminds me a bit of when he was pulling himself together. Oh, well, in that first scene, that from the Phantom Menace. It was like, that's the old C-3PO.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. C-3PO apart with the leg, trying to put himself back together. And that's Screwloose. So he's not a robot. Don't call him a robot.
He is more than a robot.
He's a simp.
And he's golden, and the best part, he's got a little bow tie. He's a gentleman. He's a very classy man. So this is the specialist. Where does the gyroscope specialist come from? But he's got history, and Chikara knows the history.
Yes, I took down the stuff he mentioned. It was he was involved in the Veld Wars and in the planet Trusky and the uprising, the Nordling uprising. I was like, what the heck?
How rude!
It's funny that a lot of these words that they said, and maybe I misheard them, but a lot of these words are Afrikaans words, and I can tell you what they mean in Afrikaans. And like in Star Wars, there are words like Darth Vader.
Yes.
I mean, Vader is father, and that's father. But I mean, in Afrikaans, it's dad. It's father. That's
how freaking.
So there was like the Veld Wars is like the Bush Wars, and
yes. I love this, by the way.
Yes,
I love this.
Amazing.
Again, this is like meant to be the perfect time to have you on, the perfect episode.
It was so interesting that they mentioned these had these words there that and then it's like world building, but like I said, where is Screwloose from? Which planet is he from? So they do actually then have contact with other planets. Then why the hell didn't they go there?
Yes.
Why?
Oh my goodness.
Why did they go to Third Earth?
Everything I thought of all at once. You are saying everything I had in my head. They're off planet. This is not the planet of the Snarf. This is not Third Earth. Where did Screwloose come from? What contact exactly to other planets? Was Mandora involved? Is he from the Penile planet? You know, maybe he works with them. Maybe he works with Mandora. You know.
Well, I mean, he looks quite similar. That golden look like Two-Time. That robot.
Two-Time, yes.
Also in Silverhawks, there's one of the characters that's also like a golden robot type thing that looks a lot like. So they're probably made in the same factory.
And like Star Wars, we're hearing about wars, the Clone Wars, the this wars, that all are parts of history, Thunderian history, evidently.
I think that's pretty cool.
And it's a throwaway line though. It's like literally like just a throwaway.
But like Screwloose would have been like, it just kind of like, I feel like
it
diminished the whole. It made it kind of like made him more like a.
Well, okay, so he's living up to the Screwloose name because of what happens, you know, with the episode. So you're saying the name already is giving him kind of like you're a nutty kind of character.
Like I don't know, like I wish he would have had a different name.
You know, ThunderCats though, like this feels like a ThunderCats name.
Like Frogman, it's like, oh, you're a frog, so you're Frogman. You're a robot type of things. Oh, Screwloose because you're a little,
you got some screws
loose.
I think so.
I liked Frogman, just so you know. I hope we get a 12 Frogman. I loved Frogman. He was cool.
like his bag. His bag,
I like the bag,
especially,
too.
he needs to come with his bag. Please.
And he's always laughing. I just trust him so much because all he does is laugh.
Wilykat, oh my God.
Never trust a man that's always laughing.
Good, I guess good advice, possibly. So at the same time, or speaking of old friends, Mumm-Ra, he's at the pyramid. He's at the viewing pool.
I love it. This is
with
the best
a
part.
giant
This is my.
spoon.
I love this. This is the best part of this
spoon. What is?
episode.
I thought, where the heck? Because he pulled this thing out, and then it transforms into the spoon. And I thought, maybe when the toy came out, because he had that staff in there, maybe it was that staff that was transformed into the spoon. And then after he stirs the pot, his cauldron, after he stirs it, this thing shrinks back, and he puts it in here. And then the next moment, his arms up, saying "Ancient spirits of evil," and there's you can see the flappy at the back, and there's no spoon. Where did he go? Into the wrappings? I don't know.
So, Marmot, the ThunderCats have called for a specialist gyro engineer. There must be a way we can turn this to our advantage and to the ThunderCats' disadvantage. The airwaves on New Thundera keep messing up our picture, Marmot. Nothing that a little fine-tuning won't cure. Well, it shouldn't be too difficult to gain control of that mechanical mesh. And if we do that, we gain control of New Thundera. We'll expel the ThunderCats, and evil will prevail.
But he's like, the reception, the TV reception's not good on the. Oh, I gotta fix it.
The airwaves are mixing up my picture. I was like, okay. Poor Mumm-Ra, bad reception.
I love this.
So funny. After 4 seasons, all these episodes,
because we always laugh about this. The viewing cauldron or whatever.
The viewing cauldron, and we used to joke around
viewing
that he got the Wi-Fi signal from Cat's lair, and that's why he was always watching. Or when he was Mumm-Ra, he got their Wi-Fi password all the way from season 1. So could this be now? Maybe the Wi-Fi isn't working as strongly because of the quakes.
But why did he have to stir it?
The stirring was the best because it was a little wavy.
He couldn't call for some wicked winds to stir it up. He had to get a big spoon out, like he's
I love that.
Pasta or something. I loved it. It was amazing.
So
it's stupid, but it's clever.
Yes, but funny as hell.
Yeah, it's clever. It's cute.
Who's giving me witch's brew?
I just kept writing, where the hell did they get this engineer? Because just the fact that so Mumm-Ra's watching and he's like, oh, Cheetara, blah, blah, blah. Oh, the gyroscope. Oh, they're getting an engineer. So I need to get involved with this. So we don't get Mumm-Ra fly this time, which is, we love Mumm-Ra fly.
Yes.
Oh no!
I made a note because Mumm-Ra was a fly. He was a fly, and then he was the diamond fly as well. But I mean, now we've got a Marmot fly.
And he's a little Marmot it's like a miniature Marmot with wings. We don't get the face like when we get Mumm-Ra fly.
Pipsqueak Luke. That wasn't too bad, wasn't it? Now, go buzz around the great beneath and see what you can find out about Screwloose, this so-called expert on all things gyroscopic.
He tells Mama to go to the Churning Rocks where Cheetara is, and then basically listen and gather information of how he could take this to his advantage, this situation. What ends up happening is we're introduced to Screwloose. Wilykat, his bow tie comes off for whatever reason, and Wilykat picks it up, and she's the one to introduce everyone. She's like, I'm Wilykat. This is Lionel. This is Panthro, Cheetara. And he's like, oh, and I'm Screwloose.
Gyro engineer first class, Screwloose at your service.
Here you are.
Much obliged, young lady.
My pleasure, Screwloose. Meet Cheetara, Lionel, Panthro, and Wilykat. I'm Wilykat, and we're really glad you're here.
Are you sure you're up for the job, Screwloose?
Don't worry, ThunderCats. My body may not be in great shape, but my brain is first class. As to my credentials, I operated the planet Drusky during the Welt Wars. Then I was promoted to the space station Norton. Ah, those were the days.
I remember that. You put down the Norton Uprising single-handed.
Affirmative, ma'am. My body was the most advanced system available at that time. Now everyone's cutting their budgets, and there's no money to upgrade my poor old mechanisms.
Going really splendid, and he mentions though that
and the planet's about to go off its kilter, and they don't have time. They don't even bother to have him. I'd be like, and now here is the gyroscope. Fix it right now.
But he comes in hopping because his leg isn't on right, and I do love this. Wilykit does mention Bengali. She says Bengali and Panthro.
Yes.
And fix anything.
Yes.
So now Bengali's not a blacksmith anymore. He's now working with Panthro in the shop. He's been doing that.
If you
that's
say
that's
so.
why he didn't fix the sword. He's probably being trained up by Panthro.
That's right. So now he's becoming a mechanic.
That's okay. I like a man that has multiple skills.
That's right. Well, hey.
Works with his hands.
So Screwloose mentioned that everyone is cutting their budgets and he can't update his old mechanisms. I said, who are these people that are cutting the budget? Who? Screwloose.
Does every planet have a gyroscope?
That blasted gyroscope is acting up again.
What about Third Earth?
You know what he also said that it's the parts are foreign made. So what does he mean by foreign made? What is foreign? Overseas? Off planet? Off galaxy? Or a different universe altogether? The multiverse maybe? Who knows?
It must be the multiverse at this point because where are these people coming
foreign
from?
made.
Can you get it off Etsy from
clever.
the Warrior Maidens?
Yes.
Burbles, it's the Burbles.
Oh my god, it is the Burbles foreign made. Maybe it is coming from the planet of the Burbles.
That's true.
Which we found out is overpopulated.
Because they're always making babies.
Burble babies.
Literally.
Literally, exactly.
Together. Maybe that's why Bengali stopped being a blacksmith, because of the Burbles hammering things together. He probably just got the use of the hammer on the planet of the Burbles.
Too much hammering going on all together.
It's my parts, foreign made, unreliable, and not cheap either.
So, in the Great Beneath, the Mothfly listens and he hears him explain, how he has this one-of-a-kind logic condenser for a brain. And this was what made him the most advanced gyro engineer in all the universe. Who's to question? Because why would you question it? I believe him.
$20, I'm convinced.
And jokes aside, Jagara, like we mentioned, does seem to know about him and his history and his work ethic. Because when he does say that I did this, and she's like, oh my goodness, you did it, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, his work is known throughout the galaxy.
It's legendary. I mean, she's so old, so he must be legendary.
She's like, I think we matched on robots only. I'm so lonely. Chugga left me down here for all eternity.
Ancient spirits of evil, grant me a logic condenser of such monumental wickedness that it will enslave and sap Screwloose and cause him to perform whatever evil functions I, the Mumm-Ra, the ever-living, choose to demand.
So, with obtaining this vital information from his dog Spy, Mumm-Ra uses the powers of the ancient spirits of evil to conjure up an evil logic condenser. At this point, I guess he can't just outright control. In the Great Beneath, he just appears. He just flies on over there, and he swaps Screwloose logic condenser with a different one. But at the same time, Screwloose is screaming for help, so I'm glad that he's at least screaming for help, but he makes a fog Mumm-Ra appear, and he kind of just literally grabs his head and puts it in, like, as soon as possible. And Jagara and Wilykit run in, and
Mumm-Ra turns into Panthro.
No! Stop it! And hand me! Help! Help me! Someone!
Screwloose is in trouble. Come on, Wilykit.
too late, my little friend.
This is where David and I always come up with the Ancients of Spirit of Evil can do anything but dental work. They cannot get the dental work perfect. Like, they can make you a physical copy.
But you always got to have evil teeth.
Always
got to
have evil teeth.
And Jaga always has to have red eyes.
And red
evil
eyes.
Jaga always has red eyes.
No, Kit didn't go, Panthro, what happened to
what
your
big teeth you have?
Why did you get shaved down into shark jaws that look like shark teeth? But, So,
he and Mumm-Ra are the same dentist. He went for the Mumm-Ra
I went to Mumm-Ra in the meantime while he mentions that he was so excited to come over to give him his new parts that he just came on over to give it to Screwloose, and now Screwloose is going to be better than ever. Going to be better than ever. Oh my God, he goes right into action. Oh my goodness.
Now I really do have help.
Well, I didn't come all this way to stand around jawing. Let's take a look at this gyroscope.
Aren't you coming, Panthro?
I wish I could, Wilykit, but I must get back to the lair.
But then Jagara shows him, she goes, oh, these need to be in the center, these. But they already were centered, one.
That's
and
the thing.
Two,
I
didn't
found
he know
that
what he's
odd
doing?
as well. It was like,
why is she
but
showing
then
him
why
something?
is he there? Because these things it is in the center, and then the next one that they show it's in the center. He moves it offset. It must be to the left. But why? What was the problem then?
She does mention, though, she's like, well, maybe these are different from the ones that you're normally used to, because what?
She's like, maybe he's senile.
Maybe he's been working 7 days a week, 24 hours a day as well, and we both need some help.
Each end stop lever must be in the center. That keeps the gyroscope swing in check.
Put the lever to the left. That makes more sense.
What are you doing, Screwloose? Are you crazy?
I do beg your pardon. I don't know what came over me. I couldn't control myself.
Perhaps this model gyroscope is different to the ones you're used to.
While they were doing that, moving from the one to the other, and he was causing havoc, there's something that I picked up which was so interesting. It looks like there was like a little bridge over a shiny piece that looked like it was light coming from below that they would fall into if they were to walk on there. So they would cross the bridge and turn the lever or whatever. And then the next moment they were running over that. I was like, aren't you going to fall in? I was like, that's strange. But then later on in the episode, while Jagara was hanging, you could basically see through that partially over her. So I thought maybe that was like a glass cover that was covering that whole thing. That's why they could walk over it, because there was clearly a difference in terms of the color of that piece that you could see covering half of her body. That's the only thing that I can think of.
Speaking of what happens actually at this point with Jagara is Screwloose is going between the normal
He's having a manic depressive moment, and he's going from one extreme to the other.
I mean, the personality is just swapping. And then one part when she literally says, "Are you trying to hurt us?" And he's like, "Yes." It was like, wow, like,
yes,
and
that was cool. His eyes were
so
red.
Good. Yes, the eyes too.
And then he turns around and he's like, "Oh, why are you hanging from there?"
Screwloose, what are you trying to do? Destroy us?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. No, I seem to be so confused. I want to do one thing and end up doing the opposite.
Panthro will know what to do. I'll go call the lair.
Lynn Lipton, I gotta give it up to you. There's one point where she's voicing Wilykat, and it's when Screwloose is like, she's holding on to Jagara, because Jagara goes over the side, Bunglers.
Yes.
We forgot to mention. She went over the side, speaking of her hanging on things, and Wilykat is trying to pull her up, and Screwloose at the same time is trying to knock her out.
Yes!
It's so good. And Lynn Lipton as Kit goes, Screwloose, like the way she does it, what do you do? Like, I felt the emotion in her voice.
Yes, I did that too. Yes.
Great performance.
That was good.
I mean, not that she ever, she doesn't ever give it, but an extra great performance, I think.
Yes.
What are you doing? Stop it, Screwloose!
So then, yes, he goes, oh my God, we have to get Cheetara up. Like, what is happening? So they pull her up, and then she's like, Wilykat, you better help me. you need to help me stabilize this, because he did, in the meantime, he is throwing the centered gyroscopes off balance.
We have to center those levers. Help me, Wilykat.
Maybe there was something else that they didn't get to, or that they managed to do after the episode to fix it. Maybe it
had to have been, right? Or
she didn't want to explain.
Jagar just wanted anybody to so she could take a day off. She's like, I don't care if Mumm-Ra came. She's like, this is the gyroscope. You should turn this knob.
Yeah, it goes this way.
It just goes like this, like that. That's it. Just look at it, monitor it. I'll be back in a couple of days.
This gyroscope is...
Yeah.
Please, can we send her to the Bahamas?
This might be different than the ones that you're used to, Mumm-Ra, and your pyramid, but I think we'll be able to figure it out.
So, under the influence of the evil logic condenser, Screwloose tries to further disable the mighty gyroscope. He shifts its balance lever off center, and Cheetara and Wilykat try desperately to stop him, but he manages to evade their capture. Okay, so this is going on. So they go back and forth, and eventually Lion-O shows up, and I gotta tell you, I love the way he takes control of this situation. He's pissed. He's mad, Lion-O, and he's like, basically, this craziness has gone on long enough, because Screwloose is literally going in between personality as he's standing there. Like, oh, ThunderCats! No, I hate the like back and forth craziness. Split personality, like you said. Yeah. And he's like, enough of this already.
This is the end for you, ThunderCat! Oh, I say, I'm meant to be with the good guys.
This nonsense has gone on long enough.
No!
Mumm-Ra comes. And I want to say, this is when he brings the Sword of Plundar, right? Because how does he get the sword?
Yes, he lifts it up, that when it's still small, that hilt, and then this whole thing unravels into that big, nice and fiery.
It was the biggest I've ever seen the Sword of Plundar too. Did anyone notice that? It was gigantic today, the Sword of Plundar. It took up half the screen. Yeah, I know. It took up half the screen.
Yes, it did.
Mumm-Ra and Lion-O both show up, and they engage into battle. And yes, the Sword of Omens and the Sword of Plundar flee from their master's hands and start fighting each other mid-air.
But before that, Lion-O does the ThunderCats ho, and then like freeze Screwloose.
No.
I think it's after that.
It's after this. Yes, because Screwloose actually... So... Trying to fight the influences of the evil logic condenser, Screwloose grabs both the sword of Omens.
Oh, and starts fighting.
Yeah, and he starts fighting himself with it.
That sounds so silly.
But he's like, oh, go ThunderCats. No, and you see them clashing literally.
Now, this would have been me on the side. This man is out of his damn mind.
Well, Cheetara is probably like, never again. Again.
All I wanted was a day off, and they sent this crazy person.
She actually ends up having to work more, matter of fact.
No! Back to your pyramid, Mumm-Ra. This is one battle you can't win.
You'll regret this, Screwloose. I'll wait and I'll watch, and one day I'll squeeze you so hard your rivets will pop.
Yes, so Screwloose is fighting. He attempts to attack Lion-O, and this is when the young lord, however, successfully acquires his blade and uses ThunderCats ho, and the cat signal takes the I guess it doesn't destroy the logic condenser because
it took the evil out of it.
It just took the evil out of it. So it awakens him, and I do love that the swords,
Swiss Army knife can do anything.
Even non-ThunderCats, I'm saying it could even bring the goodness out of non-ThunderCat beings. It could still free them of a spell, basically. I like that it's not
mystical.
It's mystical enough that it could work on, let's just say, I'm glad, like, even if it was Willa, or let's say, I don't know, the snowman of Hook Mountain, it might be able
mystical, it's magical, it's Benson Boone.
Yes. So he leaves Mumm-Ra without the Sword of Plundar.
What's his name? Screwloose has
the Sword of Plundar,
which again is like,
I mean, that one. There's one frame. It took up the whole frame. It was like,
and they were pointing it at Mumm-Ra when I was like, this poor man, he's that's his weapon. So now he's without it, and they're using it against him. So I would have fled. I would have fled as well.
Did he have to beg to go back into the pyramid at the end of this episode, you think?
Do you, either one of you, feel like the sword of Plundar should be like the sword of omens and not be able to be wielded by somebody who's good?
I would like it like that.
Maybe
but
you know how the sword of omens does not respond to evil?
That would have been cool. But maybe that would have limited the use of it.
I think so.
Well, like when he was fighting it, like back and forth, he was half good and half evil, so it would have worked. But when he was good, the sword of Plundar should have just retracted, and then he shouldn't have been able to hold it, and Mumm-Ra should have been able to call for it like the sword of omens,
but
right?
He's definitely able to be touched by non-evil people, because then when Jaga threw it into the volcano and destroyed
the whole planet. Yes, I remember that vaguely. Vaguely destroying the whole planet that you lived on. It's created this whole problem.
That does happen. Mumm-Ra flees, and back at the pyramid, I am glad that the ancient spirits of evil deliver the sword back to him.
Yes, that was good. Because I thought when he threw that thing down, it was like, how deep is this bloody chasm? I mean, Rhino fell down it in one of the earlier episodes, and he just kept on falling and falling and falling. And I was like, where is it going to go? So, shame. That poor Mumm-Ra. But that means those evil spirits, they've got some power to go down there and just grab it out.
Yes. And it's just like Mumm-Ra, they're always watching.
Well, they're like, we took Setti from you, so we'll just give you back the sword.
Oh, yeah, we'll give you that sword.
Like, my sword.
I did feel bad for him yet again in our second episode, because he sounded so defeated. Oh, the sword of
I've had this since I was a child, and now it's gone.
But he was happy to get his sword back at the pyramid.
Oh, thank you, ancient spirits. I knew you would not fail me. With this, nothing can stop me from getting those ThunderCats.
With his plan failed, Mumm-Ra retreats back to his pyramid, and this is when Screwloose helps repair the gyroscope with the ThunderCats.
Sure he does.
Yeah, sure.
There was an earthquake still afterwards. Oh, in the final episode. Was it an earthquake? I don't remember.
Think there's right? I think it's another tremor. Because this is not the end, right?
Yes, there was, because he had to get all those elements together at the right time, at the right place to stop everything. Otherwise it would have been... So, Screwloose clearly did a really shitty job here. So, he's a waste of an episode then. He must be the bungler then.
Yeah, no.
Do you feel like Cheetara just every so often messes with the knobs just so that someone can pay attention to her? She's like, they're going to pay attention to me.
I think so. I think we're learning that.
I'll have tea and cake ready.
Even though Mumm-Ra messed up your logic condenser, there was enough good in you to put up a fight.
Mind you, I'm not sure your mechanical components would have stood up to a long fight.
Yes, Panthro. The mind is strong, but the flesh, the alloy in my case, is weak.
Fortunately, that's a problem Panthro and I can fix in no time.
Which means that I've got someone to help me run the mighty gyroscope.
How does her power? What power does she have? Youth? Is that what she uses her magic for, to stay youthful? What else does she use? I'd be using that power for something else.
We did hear she's a sorceress, and in the Frogman episode, we find out that she does help use the elements somehow. It says that supposedly the ThunderCats Wikipedia
when
says
she
helps use
heal
the
world
elements
thing where she sets her image.
We just see her face over
the land,
and then supposedly I think her elemental powers helped Lion-O. So. Yes, but she does look very youthful from the time began.
She's timeless. She's Cher.
Yeah, she is. There'll be Cheetara and Cher at the end of the world. Yeah,
her purple color. I mean, throughout the series, everything that's been purple has been evil, and here we have a good purple character. I mean, Mongor has been purple. The Lunatics have been purple, but I love her look. It's those shoulder pads. They're floating. They're like floating over there, and she. And I mean, even she floats in this episode. She doesn't run. She like floats behind them which is she looks
really...
like she's running, but she's floating.
And it's sad that she was in the last season because it would have been cool to have more of her sprinkled throughout the history of Thundercats.
Yes.
Here's another question for you. Cheetara knows the gyroscope, right? She's been manning this for eternity. Could she have not trained, let's say, another Thundercat to take over her duties at times?
I don't think she
could they have not sent Mumm-Ra?
Oh, poor Puma, right? That would have gave her
something to like have her go down there and realize she's like, I just need to, I don't know, get my hair done.
My cones need
to be polished or something.
Like
I don't know.
Maybe that's probably why, because the one is up and the other one is down. That's probably what she still needs to go and have that fixed.
That's what she's going
for. She's going to Vikings R Us, and she's going to get the fixed. And she's like, I'm going on. Don't tell anybody, but I'm going on a date with Jaga. He's finally going to. He's finally going to admit that I'm his woman.
Finally said yes.
He's finally said that I'm his woman. He's finally admitting it. He's gonna become corporeal and come see me. And then like have somebody watch the gyroscope, teach them in case she, I don't know, wants to use the restroom, for God's sake, anything.
Yeah, that would have been honestly a great idea to have some Thundercats volunteer.
Does she eat? Does she use the bathroom, laboratory? Does she do anything?
No, it's like the Sorceress of Castle Grayskull. They're just prisoners of their own.
He-Man, come to Grayskull.
That's
He-Man.
That's what you got. You got Cheetara.
But she did go out. Cheetara did go out. I mean, she wasn't trapped there. I mean, she managed to go out, and in that one episode where she and it was at the Well of Doubt. Afterwards, when Snarfer said something cheeky about made a snarky comment, she was like, "No, well, for that comment, you are walking home." And she and Lionel and whoever got into the light bubble and drifted off, and he was so upset.
Bye,
he was like,
bye. As a matter of fact, I can't wait to actually get to that. I think that's next set of episodes. Stay tuned for that one.
Is it still coming? Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's a little tease of what's to come. You're giving them a good tease. That bubble, that's true. She does.
I just love that.
Oh, she's doing a Glenda.
She's got the Glenda.
She's doing
bubble.
a Glenda bubble.
Yes.
She does have that. Okay.
The language that Screwloose used, he was using like very, I suppose it was cool slang for the time. I mean, he was going from saying things were a-okay and spiffing. It's like.
That's right.
That's spiffing. It's like for a robot. Oh well, a SAP. And I mean, it's a SAP. SAP. If you pronounce it, I know it stands short for what is it?
I wrote it down.
Phenomena is the last word.
Self-acting phenomenon.
Yes,
self-acting phenomenon.
A SAP in Afrikaans it means juice. So he's.
I could see him juiced up. He seems like he's on juice. But you're right, the terminology he uses, and also the first thing he says, even before even knowing who Lion-O is, he already knows. He's like, "Oh, dear Lion-O." Like very,
he heard
he's a gentleman. He's a gentleman.
He is a gentleman
that knows how to use slang.
That's why he has that bow tie. He's a gentleman. He's a well-dressed gentleman, a matter of fact.
He has no clothes, Ryan, except for the bow tie.
That's true. The whole grade for this one, I don't want to say it's definitely not a top Thundercats episode if we had to go through all of them. But there's little moments like finding out Jagar has been on the clock.
That made me laugh
I know,
so
and
hard.
It was the first thing of the whole episode.
I wanted to die when I heard that. And the fact that they ignored her. So that really, not that being ignored is funny, but just the way
it was funny that they literally thought the planet was going to explode.
And they're like, let's just talk about sports. Typical. I don't know. I'm like,
dare I say, okay, it's not a 3.6, 7. I don't want to go too low, but
I'm giving it a 4. I'm only giving it a 4 because of Cheetara. If it was just about the Cheetara bits, I would have given it a 5.5.
If it was Cheetara, honestly,
the Cheetara bits, they were just so funny. I mean, that from the start, that drama queen performance, she and Mumm-Ra are both nominated for drama queen moment.
Oh, that's right. And the nominees, that's true. And the winner is
Clan.
I really think it's gonna have to be Cheetara, though. Okay, I like that, a 4. Because honestly, Cheetara is the star of the show.
Yes, I know. I mean, when I spoke with Peter Lawrence the other day, and he mentioned something like things kind of like drifted off into a direction that every episode sort of like had a guest star cameo or some one person featured, like the Mongor episode. You never saw Mongor again. I mean, we won't be seeing Screwloose again. And I get that some of these episodes are silly because it just focuses on that. And it's nice that I'm glad that they got him there to go and help her. But she outshone him in the whole episode. She was the star.
You're right.
It was all about her, and there was nothing wrong with him. He was way better than Char. Trust me on that one.
Oh God, he was a better character than Char for sure.
Yes, I could buy into him, and it was just he wasn't the show wasn't about him, even though it was called Screwloose. It was about poor Jagara suffering because of his idiot actions, and it wasn't even his fault. It was Mumm-Ra's fault.
Spot on. And that is kind of sad when your already established character is taking away the shine from the title of the episode and the character that is supposed to be the main focus. I totally agree. Had they remove Screwloose and have it be like a more learning about Jagara, maybe more about her living there forever, and try and keep it going with I think that would have been a totally different and a great episode to have her as the sole focus. Remove that and do some kind of other thing with the gyroscope.
You mean that the title should have been Jakara Takes a Vacation?
No, it's 24 hours. It should have been called 7 days a week. So
I'm going to say because it made me laugh, because they ignored her, because she's been on this job for eternity, 24/7, and because of Screwloose's manic depressive back and forth, and they're like, oh my God, I'm going to say a 4 too.
Okay. I love it. Because we always say this, every episode has super fans of that could be someone's favorite episode, and other people could get something totally different from these episodes than we did. So I love that it's all different on the scale, on the hose scale.
Like what you just said now, people have certain characters that they like.
Yes, please.
When I'm in the mood for certain characters, I just like go to that episode and that episode. So I will just jump to the different Jagara episodes and watch them because I love that character so much. So this is definitely on that list. And I'm not watching it because of Screwloose. I'm watching it because of how much I like Jagara. And it's even if it's just like a little cameo in an episode, I look forward to that. Like in the Well of Doubt that I mentioned, I like that little bit at the end where she's in the bubble and making that joke. That's something that I look forward to seeing in an episode.
That's right.
So that's probably why I like. She would have definitely gotten the Oscar for this. She's awesome.
Just again, another character that I do wish we saw more of. Had this show gone on for another season, oh my God, I would have loved more of her character and more
development.
The history. I mean, there is a deep history there. She knows all these wars. Forget Linkso and Jaga. She must have knowledge. I mean, beyond knowledge. So...
Yes.
Yeah, great character. I do feel like we will get her one day as a figure. Like you said, that gyroscope being even something put into a figure is just like she's on the radar, I'm sure. Hopefully one day we'll have that announced to our bunglers. Okay, speaking of bunglers, we have one more thing we need to do for these episodes, and that is, who is our biggest bungler?
You are a worthless, bungling idiots! Bunglers! You bungler! Once again, you have failed. You bungled it!
Now, if we go back to the heritage, who or what story plot point, the character, the writer, the moment, what was the biggest bungler for you?
I'll go first.
Okay,
my biggest bungler for the first episode was the ancient spirits of evil. They were so bloody stupid because we talked about it. They could hear everything. They heard Mumm-Ra standing there raving about the sphere, the golden sphere. So why didn't they then stop him? Why did they have to go wait for him to go and get it and then?
Yes.
Were they playing a game? I don't know. Probably the whole episode wouldn't have happened if they immediately stopped him there. They could have said no and gotten rid of the sphere, and it would have been the end of it. But that was like, you tell us that they stand there and they listen. why didn't they act on it the first time? Why only the second time? Were they actually sleeping? That's the reason. Were they not paying attention?
Finally, right?
Where were they? Not in their right minds.
Their microphone got knocked out right before that too. They're listening after. They're like, oh wait, we got disconnected for a moment.
They had to go to a different platform to record their
Wi-Fi didn't work.
podcast.
They're like, oh, out again, Mumm-Ra. Honestly, my thought was the Ancient Spirits of Evil / Mumm-Ra. Mumm-Ra for not only saying it earlier that I don't need these fools anymore, and then the Ancient Spirits of Evil for exactly what Egmond just said. Why? So yes, I agree. Ancient Spirits of Evil, I think, outwon, but it could be Mumm-Ra for me doing that or the Ancient Spirits of Evil.
So I'm on the same page. Mumm-Ra for showing his hand right at the totems, the saying it right then and there instead of just keeping it to himself and thinking.
And he's
he
never
should
low.
bide his time.
He's loud too when he says things. He just says it out.
He's so used to just talking to himself. I think he doesn't even get it. So, and then the Ancient Spirits of Evil for just not nipping it in the bud immediately, and also for Mumm-Ra to not just while he has Setti, just get rid of the ThunderCats once and for all. Again, the Sword of Omens is shattered. He can't use the Sword of Omens. Just get rid of them. He always does this grandstanding thing. It's like the sword is gone. Just get rid of them now. If you're truly evil,
true.
Or
maybe he likes to play for time.
Yeah.
He likes to play with his food. He will come back for more.
Exactly. So those are the bungles for me. So both the Ancient Spirits of Evil and Mumm-Ra both bungled in different ways. Both bunglers.
Okay. I love it. So now we go to Screwloose. And is it Screwloose himself? What do we have here? Who are you thinking?
I have no idea. Screwloose is a screw up. But I don't know what I think. When I watch it again tonight, I was like, what is the problem here? Who's at fault here? It's not like it's not bad writing. I mean, there's so many clever things that was like the sidelines about stuff that happened in the past with Screwloose, which made him an important character.
Yes, cemented him into history.
He comes in with quite the aura of grandeur. Maybe it's because of that he's not. Maybe it's because of the foreign parts made over at the Burble Planet that he's the bungler.
The foreign parts are failing on him. Okay, that's so true because there isn't a black and white clear.
I feel like again,
bungler.
There's a bunch of different little bungles that could make up the whole story.
Is one of them that the ThunderCats in the beginning, after Cheetara said she can't control it?
First of
it
all,
goes right back to.
I'm gonna say. First bungle is knowing, because I feel like this is an ongoing problem, knowing that the gyroscope is still an ongoing issue. They didn't take it serious enough to get something going.
Like a permanent fix, or like a permanent fixture
for this poor woman. So that's one. Two, Mumm-Ra for not seeing the plan all the way through,
which is something he always does.
Seems to
he always
step
does.
back because I still would have been like, okay, is he really going to handle this?
Yeah.
Also, Screwloose was. At the moment that he came in, he was able to function and do things. They could have still walked him around and had him start working on things as opposed to waiting for Panthro and Bengali to make him new parts. He could have been walked around. I'm still not understanding what his real objective and goal was for the gyroscope, because it seems like Cheetara was like, yes, we do this, this, and this. Like you had said, like Egmond had said before, we maintain it by doing this, this, and this. What was he really going to do that she doesn't do? Like he's a special, like he specializes. So what was he going to do that she doesn't do on a normal basis as part of her protocol? So,
right.
I mean, at the end of the show, they almost made it more like he was going to be an ongoing worker there that was going to help her, as opposed to someone who was just there to calibrate things or fix things, right?
Yeah, that's exactly.
So I feel like the bungle was a few little things. I don't think there was anybody that majorly contributed to the overall.
I agree. Honestly,
problem.
He was appointed as a specialist, but it looks like he ended up being just a sweeper.
Yes.
Honestly, I feel like anybody. I feel like
Cheetara's just like, can you clean up over there in that corner with theirs?
I feel like even one of us could go down there and she'd be like, okay, make sure that this needle stays perfect.
I can do that.
missing this knob.
I'll go.
And there's 4 of them.
We got a volunteer right here.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll go.
I'm saying, I feel like anybody could do that. Like, I don't feel like you
Wilyket
need a
could, evidently.
You don't think you need? I don't think you need a specialist. I thought the specialist was coming because there's something clearly wrong with the gyroscope that she couldn't handle.
That's what I thought too.
I think she just needs a vacation.
So let's say, honestly, in my mind, going forward, I do think that Screwloose, in my continuity, is a helper there. That's what I'm thinking.
So he's a long-term helper, and they're going to give him new body parts as an exchange for his services.
We don't know if he has to go back off planet or where he came from, but I'd like to think that he's there helping her. He'll never be mentioned again, but no, they won't be bothered unless you're Wilyket. At least she seems to be.
So there is no definitive.
No, but I agree. I agree with every point that you said. Was a bungle in a way.
Little bungles
that add up to one big bungle. There you go.
One big screw loose.
Yes.
One big screw loose for sure. I still can't believe it because we are literally in a handful episodes left of the original series, which is just crazy. Again, that is why having an amazing guest like our on the show is extra special too, because we want this last season to be a celebration of just fans all over the world. It's just the magic of ThunderCats, the community that 40 years later, we are here in 2025 dissecting this show, talking about it, loving moments, the characters that are still alive.
We are keeping it alive. That's the best part. We are keeping it alive, and I know that this is the last season, and a lot of people tend to skip it or ignore it because they're so focused on the first core lot, which I understand. I mean, if I like the Scream movies, I love all of them. The first Scream is really good. The second Scream is even way better for me, but that's just my
a lot opinion, of people like Scream 2. I was going to say Scream 2 is like the fan favorite. Anyway,
it's like, I know people will always say that first Scream is iconic. It's definitely that's true. But give me Scream 2 any day. It's like these latter episodes of ThunderCats. You know the foundation of the story. But this is world building, and this is what I love about all these new stories. And I mean, so what we say Screwloose was a screw up, but who cares? It's fun to have that knowledge in a world that's fantasy, and we get to get lost in it.
It's lovely, and it brought us those moments, like you said, where a fan of Jagara can be like, okay, this is Screwloose, exactly what you just said, but I still have these moments with this character that I really liked and I enjoy, and they stand out. I mean, I'll never forget out the rest of my life, 24 hours, 7 days a week. Jagara
since
the
beginning of time.
From the beginning of time.
I mean, I think we've all worked at a job where we felt like that.
And I need a break.
Oh, bloop, sorry, we can't hear your signal. Sorry, Jagara.
Sorry. So that was the...
Let's grab a spoon and stir so that the signal can be better.
You know what? Next time we have technical issues, we better get that wooden spoon out.
Yeah, just
stir the spoon out. Stir it all up.
Stir the Wi-Fi.
Stir the drama up. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm sure our listeners know where to find Egmond when he's not hanging out over here, but would We Want More ThunderCats on Instagram be the best place for someone to contact you about ThunderCats, anything?
Yes, I'd say that's the easiest one. I mean, you can go to the website as well as WeWantMoreThunderCats.com. All the links are there as well. Yeah, but I'm mostly active on Instagram, which is where all the followers are, and people like to go. I hated Instagram when it came out. I didn't want to have anything to do with it. But when ThunderCats, when this whole thing started with the campaign, I was told you need to be on Instagram. I was like, I hate it. Yes. It's stupid. Yes. People are using it to post food pictures. But I got Instagram just for this, and I haven't stopped using it. I love it. It's so cool.
It is really my favorite. Honestly, it's my favorite app at this. I mean, it's the best at this point. Hopefully, not too many more changes happen.
Yeah.
And we will, of course, have all of the links in the description box, from the YouTube to the website to the Instagrams. All of the links will be in the description box below, wherever you're listening to this. I want to say that this is not going to be the end. We would love to have you back, of course, to even talk about. We want to talk more about figures. There's so many things that we could have you on again for. And also, we don't know how you feel about the 2011 series, but we are doing doing that next. We're going right from even better.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes,
Hey,
please.
So you have
I
any
love
favorite,
it. I do
let
love
us
it.
know.
So yeah, if you have favorite episodes, let us
Yes,
know.
I do. I'm booking Mumm-Ra. I'm booking the Mumm-Ra episodes, please. I love that. That's probably one thing that I do love about the character, the new version of Mumm-Ra in there. It's so different. And I'm so sad they never gave us a toy with that. So I hope that Super 7 one day gives us a 2011 Thundercats, and that Mumm-Ra was just epic. Yes,
So
I would love to.
I thought we were gonna. I was like, oh my! If one more wave and we'll get Mumm-Ra. Yeah, I know. I wish we did at that time. Okay, so perfect.
All right, we're
perfect.
That's it.
Mumm-Ra makes a splash. Let me tell you, in the 2011 series,
she was fantastic.
It's fantastic.
And in new comics.
Oh, in the new comics, yeah, it's just crazy how things are going.
We had Daniel on the show who was telling us all about
the Mumm-Ra being an unofficial, basically the leader of the other group of Thundercats now. It's so crazy,
super cool. But
I haven't read Thundercats Lost yet. Don't spoil it for me yet. I need to still read the Thundercats Lost. But no, that's cool. I've seen pictures. So
darn it. It's like, but that might be a big spoiler. Hopefully not.
That's fine. That's fine.
But it is. I'm so glad Mumm-Ra is getting her love finally. So 2011. So yes, so this is not the end.
We'll be back.
We will be back. And of course, you want to check out that #1 song. It's also available. We will have it in the description box below as well for that. Thank you so much for being here, taking the time. This is literally, it's probably going to be close to midnight now to you.
Yes, it's 5 past midnight.
Thank you so much.
And now we took 2 days up of his time.
It was an absolute pleasure. And
it's Friday already.
It's Friday.
This is so funny because when we had Leah on, she was, what time was it?
It was 12 hours ahead. So yeah, it was Thursday for us, and it was Friday for her. In the next.
So we keep doing this.
Hello from the future. Hello from
the future, and it looks bright. Let me tell you, the future looks bright.
It does.
So
it's just the light. It's just the light I've got here. If I switch it off, I'm gonna be really dark.
He's got his own golden ball of Setti. That's right. That could be a Rocher.
Those are very tasty.
So anyway, Bunglers, that was another episode of Thundercats Reviews. Thundercats, ho.
Oh.
And this one might be a ho.
I'm a ho for Bengali and Lino. Yeah. Yes, I am a ho. I am the ho.
Well, I'm not laughing like Santa Claus, ho, ho, ho. Good for you. Good for you. Or is it good for them? I don't know.
Well, I'm good to them.
On the job 24 hours a day, 7 days a week since time began. I just can't go on. I need help.